Position. Let's go out. Mic check. Let's get ready to get it. All right.
We in the building. 1 2 1 2. Is this microphone on? He said, she said, love and abundance is in the building. One, two, 1 2.
Peace, peace, peace.
Cheers
peace.
to you. And you, and you, and you.
What up, everybody?
It's Thursday, y'all.
Everybody is goody, goody, goody.
He said, she said, love and abundance is in the building.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mrs. Harris.
Hey, Mr. Harris, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. It's a new week. We made it back.
Week. It is. How y'all doing out there?
It's good to hear your voice. I'm just saying.
Likewise. Let us know if y'all can hear us out there. If we sound good, hit the number 5. Throw a fire emoji, love and abundance. Throw something out there. Let us know you're rocking with us. We gonna get to it. We got a dope show tonight. Hope you seen the title card.
Sending out the shouts outs.
Indeed. What's wrong with America? What's wrong with America, y'all? What's wrong with us?
What's going on here?
Is it just us?
You think?
We gonna talk about it. We're gonna find out. Let me go ahead and get everything pulled up nice and lovely like.
Y'all all appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hit that like button on your way in.
Let's get
or
it.
your way out.
Let's get it. Go ahead and send this link to myself so when I'm ready to put it up, I can. You know what I mean?
That would be good.
Go ahead and do that. But what's up, Mrs. Harris? How was your week?
It was good. It was a good, strong school week.
Okay.
Getting through it.
Okay.
I think it's only maybe 2 little assignments left out of the whole week stuff.
Okay. Getting easier, huh? To navigate through.
Yeah, she is. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. But that's, practice, man. You guys been at it for a little bit. So every day becomes a little easier just from the repetition, the familiarity.
It was always there, but never the full time of it. Kind of got a break by sending them to school.
Okay.
But no more break.
Break
time is over.
Back at it.
Taking full control over this last one. I'm just now hearing the older ones would have appreciated that as well if they were able to be able to homeschool, the way they see now. Okay. It's like, wow, okay, yeah, I would have probably did that too, to negate all the learning, all kind of negative things from other people, and kids and things like that. The favoritism of teachers and, bullying and seeing bullying, just experiencing all that. So, it's definitely something to hear.
Okay.
That they would have preferred to be homeschooled as well. So
let's see what we got. Throw something up in
but
the
welcome,
chat.
welcome.
Make sure everything's rocking. Yep, I'm up in there.
How was your week? You was working hard
I'm
this
good.
week, man. I saw
I'm
you.
good. I'm good. Everything's good, man. You know how we do. We get to it, get through it, make it to Thursday so we can talk to the people.
Right.
I mean, just
how y'all doing?
Gets us closer to the weekend. It makes it
It's
easier.
gonna be a nice one
to
too.
transition through. Let me go ahead and check Twitch. Shout out to everybody bumping us on Twitch, yo.
Pull up and popping.
It's always a pleasure to be in the building over there. Yep, we doing good. I see the live. Let's get it. Yeah. So yeah, I hope y'all seen the title card. What's wrong with America? And when I say what's wrong, Mrs. Harris, it's like I said, we've been on some platforms this week. Very interesting conversation.
Always. We appreciate y'all.
Of different insight, a lot of different points of view. But the topic overall, interesting.
Oh, yes.
When it comes to, unique relationships, poly, so on and so forth, when it comes to marriage.
Right. The dynamics.
The passport brothers. Interesting topics. People starting to pull in. Welcome. Hey, Karma. What up, sis?
It's definitely been interesting to hear the male's perspective on these said topics. Right. Women gather and speak about many topics in abundance when it comes to you guys, before all of this transpired. So to hear you gentlemen, speak and express yourselves in the different perspectives, the do's and don'ts and the wants and whatnots, it's interesting. So I hope you ladies are paying attention, listening.
The stream is looking like.
Hey, sis. Karma Coleon.
How was your week? What up, sis? What's popping? Hope everything is good. She said, what did she say?
Sis, I'll be needing your posts. Keep going.
Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to those posts, missus.
Gotta motivate yourself sometimes.
Absolutely.
You see it strike you. It may strike somebody else. So I appreciate seeing it.
Absolutely.
So I didn't make it up.
Your week was messed up. She said effed up, man.
Oh, man.
Well, hope it gets better. You almost to the end, so I hope it gets better.
But you about to shine bright on Saturday.
Yeah.
Got a performance popping?
Yep, we'll be there.
We'll be there Saturday, Baltimore. Stand up.
That fire, Baltimore. Come out, check Karma. Come and put that information in there so we can blast that off. But yeah, come listen to this positive rap. Come listen to this night of lyrics.
Old school lyricists.
Baltimore talent. So, always a pleasure to be a part of that. Can't wait to put a banger together with her so I could be up there.
Watch out. She might growl at you.
Sis is in the building. Hey, sis. Shout out to Red Lipsticks Vibes.
Sis is in the building. Hello.
Very inspiring conversation we had over there at Red Lipsticks, which
always
carrying it on over here today. We got a couple of things we're gonna get to, sis. I hope you've seen the title card. I didn't download it today. I was being a little lazy and I was working a little bit, so time got a little constricted. But y'all see the title card. I was able to make one up. It said, "What's wrong with America?" We're gonna get into a deep discussion. If y'all think something is wrong or not, let me know. Throw it up in the chat. I say yes, because again, just the value. We don't value the things that people in other countries value. I don't know if it's because they're third world countries, because they have a little less than, so they may appreciate things a little more. But just looking as an American at America, the perspective, what we hold near and dear as values nowadays in 2022 is just different. So, look at other ethnicities, especially here in Baltimore. We see, a lot of different ethnic groups, communities, families meeting on different days and so on and so forth. So it just
rituals and traditions.
Absolutely. Just looks like they're upholding and trying to in this
to hold that dear, right? To not, be so Americanized where their children are not growing up with their traditions. We definitely see a lot of that, but not with us.
Don't. And the pleasantries getting exchanged. Turning to DMX Saturday, she said,
I'm telling you.
No doubt. Well, we gonna
in a
see.
good way. In a good way.
I can't wait to see, no matter what it turns into. Pretty sure it's gonna be dope. But tonight, y'all, we talking about America.
I like the way you say that. Talking about America.
We gonna talk about it tonight. And
we talking about you.
Want to talk about is, let's go ahead, Mrs. Harris. Let me pull up one of these title cards. And let's start with the Passport Brothers. Not sure if y'all heard, but a lot of brothers are looking to go out of the country to find their significant others and wives, long-time partners, whatever you want to word it. Mm-hmm. I like to word it as wife. So I think they're going out of the country to find their wives, mm-hmm. because potential wife. In their opinion, pickings are slim here, and trying to find a jewel, a feminine woman who appreciates marriage, appreciates a husband, appreciates men. Men is, what some would say is far and few between. Okay. So
plug it up. Can't be having low battery. This is America. This is America.
Low cell, right. Okay. So with brothers going out of the country to find their significant others, potential wives, people feel different about it. Mrs. Harris, let's start with you. What do you think? Well, let's not start. I already gave my chime in. So let's go with you.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. They the ones who know what they want. They call the shots when it comes to asking someone to marry, right? That's right. The man's job. Mm-hmm. So I don't care how much a woman wants to marry a man. Okay. He has to want to marry you.
Okay.
So their options are wide and vast, and they're different than the generation before them. Okay. They're getting their passports young. I just think about my nephews. They travel a lot. They're going in and out of countries and places and such.
Right.
So it's a possibility. And I think men logically are not trying to manifest this woman.
Okay.
Women have this manifestation thing, God's going to send it.
Absolutely.
If it's meant to be, it'll be. But sometimes you got to put in the work and put yourself in a position to get what you want.
No doubt.
So
I agree with that.
And I think men's mindset is a little different, right? To that degree. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
Just my opinion.
So look at the question that we got up there. Do they want slaves? In a lot of the forums that we were in, I heard a lot that, they want slaves. These men are going out looking for this quote unquote submission, looking for this quote unquote femininity. These are just code words that you guys are using. You want slaves. You want somebody to do what you say when you say. You want a junior mother. You want somebody to treat you like your mom treats you, cook for you, clean up after you, wash your stinky tidy whities. And that's the reason you're really not looking for, all of these things you say you are. What say you to that, Mrs. Harris? Sis checked in. Mm-hmm. She said they don't want slaves. They just don't want you. It's a great point. It's a great point. It's a great point, sis. Sometimes self-reflection may be good. And instead of looking outside of yourself to say whatever, you can just say, maybe I can fix myself, to change your approach or your choice to be something inside of the country, namely me. What do you think, Mrs. Harris? Do you think they want slaves?
I don't think men want slaves. They want a cooperative counterpart, and it comes with a level of discipline. You know, even if you're not there.
Okay.
But for this person, you got to get there. At least, right? I mean, us ladies have our wants and desires and our checklists.
Gotcha.
So if you're not absolutely checking everything, it's some things that you can potentially check later. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, you got to learn to adjust yourself to the man that you do want. If he comes into your life, like, you just gonna throw him to the curb because one thing doesn't fit your bill.
Right.
You know, you don't fit. You're not necessarily gonna fit with him too. So it's gonna be some adjusting for him, some acclimating to you, you know, some submission to you. You know, so to think that's what they want, you know, it's delusional. And I think we're just rampant with running rampant with this fear.
Okay.
Because that's all it is. I don't think I've ever been a slave for you. But if you want to be a slave for you now, now we can talk about it.
Right.
But, you know, it's delusional fear. And it's something that each individual woman is going to have to get through.
Okay.
I don't think you would say yes to a man that's already showed you, you know, negative. Some women do, but that's on you, right? I mean, that's you. You chose that. Right. He showed you all this negativity before he asked you, and you still said yes. You know, so we got to hold ourselves accountable.
Gotcha. I agree. It's definitely a level of self-reflection. You know, I always lean on the same analogy of sports. I'm a basketball player, and you get picked first. If you're the best player in the park, you absolutely get picked first because you're good. Mm-hmm. And if you're not picked first, then you're a leftover. They have to choose from the other, 7, 8 remaining guys that are there. But you absolutely get picked first. And if you're not picked first at this said park, you can always go to another park where you are picked first. Mm-hmm. You may be the best player in another park down the street or around the corner or in another neighborhood or in a white neighborhood or whatever. Mm-hmm. But you can go where you're the best player, or you can practice to make yourself the best player in your park. So you don't have to go anywhere, but you got to take some self-reflection and say, I'm not the best. So I have to work on my dribbling. I have to work on my shooting. I have to work on my team defense. I have all of these things to make yourself better. Again, people don't blame the referee. They don't blame their sneakers. They don't blame their shoelaces. They don't blame, the rim, the backboard,
the air.
Like, they don't do that. There's a certain accountability. You have to say, I don't play good enough. And in this arena of dating, marriage, relationship, if fellas are going to another park where they are picked first, how can you blame them saying you're a coward? You're scared. No, I'm going over where I'm the best at. And I just don't get when someone tries to give you nothing but sign language and say, well, some women are just going to manipulate you for a green card and, well, good luck. And, that's when I allude to that Christmas morning. We're not looked at like that brand new video game because it's not like we lost one, ladies. It's like good riddance. And that's going to be a question coming. Is it, we lost one? Or is it good riddance?
I mean, isn't that our mindset to a degree? Quick to tell y'all to leave. Quick to kick out. Bye. You can leave.
So we're not appreciating. Again, how about go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated? For someone to say that that's hard to understand when, again, you're saying, go, I don't need you.
Right.
You can leave if you want to. It really makes me no never mind.
Right. And I would tell my sisters the same thing. With anything, anybody. If you're not celebrated somewhere, you should roll out. Don't be somewhere where somebody's just tolerating you. You're a secret. You're just that nighttime call. You know what I mean? So
ladies, here's the question. The first one was, do they want slaves? And the second one is passport brothers. Ladies, regret or good riddance? When you see a brother on the arm of another woman, do you feel like, damn, sisters, we lost another one? they got another one of our brothers.
I think years ago, 15, 20 years ago, probably nowadays.
Or do you feel like she can have them?
Whatever. That's just another tally for them to say, the good ones are either in jail, dead, homosexual, or they with a different race. They don't want us. I mean, we got to present a better image, even if it's the image, and this may be a lot of us not out there behaving like that, but this is what we see.
I hear.
And we in an environment where when we go out, we see what we see on TV in person. So, it is a reality. It's not just reality TV. It's reality.
Okay.
People are behaving this way, in this cantankerous manner, masculine as hell. Men don't want that. And you can't be mad that they say they don't want that. You're not in the pickings then. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. If you don't care, I guess you got options. But they're speaking up. And I ain't mad at them. I've been hearing it all my life. Y'all just wasn't listening. So I'm a little confused. And I ain't had no father spitting it in my ear. Just growing up around you gentlemen. Y'all been saying this. So, I'm glad y'all got a platform to speak your minds. And we can do this and have these conversations without the fighting and the back and forth.
Absolutely.
Like it's what I see.
Okay.
You don't see it. Good for you for not seeing it. I'm glad you live in an environment where you don't.
Right.
But I know what I see.
I put the link up if anybody want to come through. It's up. Y'all see what we talking about. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with America? And we're going to go from there. It's going to get a little meatier, of course. But let's see. I got one more. So y'all chime in. Let me know. Do they want slaves? Do the passport brothers want slaves? And when you see a passport brother on the arm of another, do you feel regret or do you feel good riddance? And finally, in regards to passport brothers, what you got, Mrs. Harris?
I was just saying that was a good question. Good riddance or regret?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to feel one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it say about the women? If the brothers are going abroad, what does it say about the women here in America? Does it speak to them? Does it say anything?
They're not happy with their options here. It's not what's going to fit their purpose.
Right.
I don't think women look at it like that, to a degree. Like if y'all are going to be leaders, y'all are on a purpose. Like to a degree, I'm going to inspire you further in your purpose. But you have a mindset on how this is going to go. And I'm along for the ride. Because I get the leadership, the guidance, the knowledge, the nurture. I get all the things that I give you.
No doubt.
And tenfold.
No doubt.
So, they're not getting that. And they don't see the potential to get that. Especially when you have the women you're courting behaving in this negative behavior. Right. And their parents, their elders are behaving in this same manner. So it's like, my pickings are slim. And they have options, just like the lady. Everybody got options. And that's where it's getting.
They do. They absolutely do.
The next floor is always going to be better.
Okay. So that's the discussion right now. We're talking about passport brothers. If anybody want to come through, we here. Let me go ahead and break the ice a little bit. Just me and you here. So,
let me turn you on.
Oh, that's right. Let's have a little bit of fun and play a video in regards to this topic we're talking about.
Get my stamp.
We got another one. Have you seen this video yet? Where do we begin?
These women typically very malleable, right? Very cooperative.
I wonder why.
Extremely cooperative. right?
Why?
Kevin Samuels Jr.
Exactly. No, listen.
For sure.
No, let me tell you, because I'm just being very honest about my experience. Like, they don't have many negative experiences. So they do truly give you grace.
I could say a lot of things, but why do you think they haven't had many negative experiences? I don't know, maybe because they're 21? Have you ever looked at the definition of malleable? Take a look at this. I would hate for somebody's son to compare me to this. What is really being said here? Like dating these younger women because they're easily influenced? Does that sound manipulative? I'm not sure where you really at 21. I know everyone has preferences, but it's starting to sound predatory to me.
Okay. So let's talk about that video, Mrs. Harris. And that was a video where a gentleman, he was 33 years old. And in the video, his statement was females 21 to 25 are generally more malleable, easily influenced, easy to get along with than an older woman because they've been through less things. What say you about that statement? Shout out to IXL on the check-in. Salute, King.
Peace, peace, peace. I'm not sure, because people can really go through some things before they're 20 and still carry a lot of trauma. That doesn't mean that they're going to take it into a new relationship, friendship, whatever, man, she kind of threw me off at the end.
She said it's a little predatory-ish, little pedophilia-ish.
I mean, it's funny how women are so easily influenced by outside elements such as TV, media, music, but they just refuse the influence of a good man. I'm confused.
Great minds think alike. She got that pulled up, loaded for tomorrow.
Ooh. I mean, because what I see, we are influenced. The men say they don't like these white women type wigs and frontals and things. Like they would prefer that you're in your natural.
Okay.
They would prefer you appreciate your body in its natural and what it is. They don't care about stretch marks.
Right.
I hear that a lot. Clean, hygiene,
indeed.
Take care of yourself, marks and stuff. They don't care.
Indeed.
So I don't know why they think.
Hey, Jenny.
To be more influenced by that versus a mate that's going to care for you and nurture you and provide for you.
Indeed.
And many, many, many other things.
Indeed. I agree with you. I just don't like the control aspect of it. I've not only watched that video, but I've spoken to women, not only, peer age group, but my children.
Yes.
And there's an absolute control that women have over a man's sexual desire. Because, again, I was talking to a younger lady, and it was like, at a certain age, it's just completely immoral. And that's before 18. Until she turns 18, it's illegal, it's immoral, it's completely off the table. Okay. So I said understandable. But now if I'm 35 and I say I want to date a 22-year-old, the young lady also told me that's wrong too. It's immoral. It's how is it still the same severity, the same looked at in the same light? She's over 18. Once she gets 18, she's a grown-up legally and in a lot of other aspects. Then she becomes 21. She's not only an adult, she's a fully operational adult, able to drink, drive, and all the other things that come with the adult carrying car.
Right.
So just because I'm 33, like, sir, 35, when a woman tells you, you are some type of predator or something, what do you like, young girls or something? How are you even giving a opinion on my sexual preference?
Right. I agree.
And it's with another consenting adult. But because it hits on some gray area in your world, I get penalized and judged by people who don't like to judge nobody.
That part.
For it. Again, at the end, kind of rubbed you the wrong way. She said it was a little predatory-ish. And is that necessarily the case when me, logically, I would love to have you at 21 versus 31. I met you at
20, but you weren't that much older than me, but still
23.
20. And, you know,
but still, neither one of us been through too much to be jaded, jagged, angry, bitter.
I did, but not with relationships, family. I absolutely had all of that, but that doesn't mean that take all that out on you, make you the fault and the blame, even though at times my emotions would, you know, drive me to be in sadness or whatever, and it would cause conflict, but it had nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? So that's individual people. You can't take your trauma, because people are traumatized by 20.
Okay.
You know, so that's nothing. They have to deal with that and own that, reflect on that, and know that, you know, whatever, it wasn't their fault, whatever they need to do to not take that negative energy out on the mate they're trying to create a union with.
I got you. So let's dive further down the rabbit hole. Okay. So passport brothers get a passport. They get looked at a certain way, get told they want slaves. So I say, you know what? I'll date a 21-year-old, 25-year-old, get looked at for that too. Oh, that's a little predatory-ish. Where's the safe space for us to land?
Y'all just judged all the way around.
Again, we have to hover around with nowhere to land,
like
just stay up there until someone tells us where we can land. But again, we want to land overseas. No, don't land over there because you're weak. That means you want a slave, and that means that you don't love your mother. And okay, so I'm gonna land over here where the young, you know, cooperative, malleable women. Oh no, don't land over there, because now you just a dictator. Right, you just want somebody to push around, and you just want her because she's young to tell her what to do. Okay, so I'm gonna hover. Where do I land? Where do they land? Mrs. Harris? Where do they go?
They better go where they celebrate it. They know what they died. I'm sure y'all know what y'all don't want. So when you interact with that, you know, don't celebrate that no more. Maybe for you know, I hate to put it back to y'all.
Talk about it.
But y'all enjoy some of the cantankerous ass women.
We can talk about it.
So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. Hoardism has always been a thing. It's the oldest profession for women. So, you know, it's not something that's ever going to end. Everybody don't want a husband. Right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you bitches move out the way for the ones who do. I'm just saying, make room, step out of the space. Don't put your friend down because she want a husband. Allow her to want that. Right. You know, manifest that for her. You know, don't add to it.
Manifest it for her.
Manifest it for her. You want to do something. Like it's just the negativity pushed on it.
That's interesting. They do a lot of manifesting. I rarely hear someone manifest for
somebody else. I do it all the time. I love y'all. I'm trying to get you somebody, goddamn, sending it.
Well, damn. Okay.
It's real. But you got to know when it comes, and you got to know when to receive it, and you have to turn around and give in order to keep it.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Y'all ain't paying attention. And like people to pay attention. Got to pay attention to them small details.
You should be aware of your surroundings.
You know, just like your woman comes into the relationship with lack of trust and vulnerability, men do too.
Okay.
This is why they quiet. They're trying to pay attention to your ass. You're going to show them who you are. Don't get mad when they say you're not worthy. You got to be on their page to some point. You want them to, you want the things you want out of them. You're going to have to be something for them. You better find out what their list is. Because it's a list. You ladies got a list. It's very long, and a man's list is pretty short. And then y'all get offended with the list.
I could tell. I mean, the list isn't really long. It's not very long. I'm gonna be honest with you. The list is very short. Everything.
That's for them shallow women.
Everything.
Who just want an ATM for a man with a sling.
Every woman wants everything, Nikki included.
You want it all.
Because I'm gonna break it down for y'all real fast.
Ain't lying.
6 feet, 6-pack, and 6 figures. Y'all all want those things.
I'll take a strong.
Y'all 5. Say I don't see. She was quick to acquiesce and say, nah, you know what? I'll take a strong 5. She'll take a strong 5.
Take a strong 5.
Okay. But here's the thing: 6 feet. Y'all say, nah, I don't need him to be 6 feet. He just gotta be taller than me. But when you put on heels, you get even taller.
Yeah.
So if you 5'6", let's just say 5'6", and you put on 4-inch heels, and that's not very expensive.
No, it's very high.
Right, but those stilettos and those really expensive ones, the ones that really the 2022 modern women like.
Ooh, oh Lord.
Again, we're gonna be realistic and modest on our show. 4-inch heels.
Yeah. She's
5'4", right? She just shot up to 5'8".
Ooh, long legs
in heels. Now I gotta be at least 5'9", 5'10". We hovering in the 6 feet world.
Yeah. I mean, they want to lay their head on the chest and stuff. So add an inch on
realistically, y'all let me know, how tall are y'all in the chat? Because when y'all put on heels, how tall are y'all with y'all favorite heels on?
Yeah.
Do you mind if you cuffing him up with them heels on? Come here, Leroy.
Some people like that. Some women like short guys. I ain't gonna front. Some tall ladies like the short guys. And some short guys love the.
You're here now.
Oh yeah, wasn't
you like a short guy?
No.
You like to?
No.
Come here.
No. Okay. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
It
was absolutely a preference thing that's always been from a little girl. So we've always had these types of conversations. I know my crew. And my elementary crew and middle school crew, we weren't the only crews talking about these things. It got to be impossible. What you likes and what you prefer, like light-skinned guys or dark-skinned guys and guys with green eyes and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, y'all did it too.
Wait, y'all was judging guys? Y'all was judging.
Are you crazy?
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Hold on, I got another question.
There. I remember we was in the park. Don't let me start.
Did y'all ever compete over a guy?
If not right to the face, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was right on competition. Yeah. Right. I would say.
Okay.
I probably didn't know right up in the face.
Right.
You know that it was going down, but
okay.
You know.
IXL checked in. He says 6'1". Yeah, I know.
Ooh, now stop. Ladies.
No. Okay. So 6 feet. We got that. 6-pack.
It's messed up.
Let's get
we
to
love
that.
The short men. Goddamn.
Now we know every man ain't gonna have a 6-pack realistically.
Oh,
right?
No.
Skrilla on the chat.
You can get there though.
What up, Skrill?
You gotta put in the work.
Hope all is well. Born day tomorrow.
Ooh.
Sip with
happy
me.
Birthday.
Skrilla on the check-in.
Happy birthday,
Happy born day to the God.
Happy
Peace to
birthday,
the God.
Ty.
Happy born day, Skrilla. We love you, bro.
One of our favorite guys.
Okay. So now we get to the 6-pack.
Yeah, 6-pack.
Everybody want to be stimulated in that place.
What place? 6-pack?
The place where you put your face. But when you can't put your face, you got to put your waist. And if you got a big belly, can you have a big eggplant too? Eggplant.
I have no idea.
Plant. Right.
I have no idea.
Me neither.
So,
but I would love to hear y'all
bumping
check
in the
in.
night.
Right. We just bones based on what other people say. But again, I want to know if he doesn't have that 6-pack, can he have the keg, 2-liter?
Right.
Because I don't think ideally people are going, I want a big old belly, a big old 2-liter.
Some women like them solid rock.
A nice size eggplant. And with an eggplant, I don't think you can have a lot of belly. Again, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there are people with bellies which simultaneously have eggplants.
Okay.
But I know as your belly get bigger, your eggplant gets smaller.
Right.
That's just science. I was taught that in class. So if the belly is super big, which is not a six-pack, the eggplant might not be an eggplant. So a six-pack and an eggplant may be synonymous.
Y'all check
in some aspects. Y'all let me know. But again, you said a strong 5. Was that honest?
No, I was talking about the money.
Ooh. See, I thought you was talking about the eggplant.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
Okay. So the money.
Yeah. 6 is around average, right? For that. Right? It's 5.5.
The average is 5.5.
5.5, 6. Okay. I mean, get them extra excited. Stretch it out.
Oh, she did. She said, work it out. Work it out.
Sometimes I'm funny, just sometimes.
Okay. And which leaves the only one left, and that is 6 figures.
All right.
And of course, logically, everybody ain't making.
No, come on, that's a very small percentage. So that's just delusional of women. But you know.
No, not really. Because again, babe, if we have 3 children, just 3, me and you, because we got more than that.
Right.
But 3 children, me and you, that's 5 people. That's 3 weddings. That's 3 colleges. That's trips or vacations or whatever we can do to make the world a little easier to cope with. We got a car and cell phones. Realistically, how much money do you think it takes to do all of these things?
It does take a lot. It does take a lot.
It does.
It does. That's why I tell y'all better be smart. Get them scholarships.
And again, you know, we can think about just children, regular children.
Regular, right? Just
we
regular
bring
children.
To survival,
right?
And give the bare minimum. But when we start to think about wanting more, wanting better, we start thinking about extracurricular activities. And again, we got colleges to think about. We have Upward Bound and weekends away and senior year. And it's a lot of things in those 365 days.
Yeah, lunch.
So, you know, you could say, I don't need him to have no whole lot of money. But the minute you pop out a second child and a third child.
Yeah, I'm going to need some money.
Yeah. And if you got a child already, when you come to the table, there go that word. And he got a child already when you come to the table, there go that word. That's 2 already. Y'all gonna have another one together? That's 3. Now we just got to the scenario I just described. So realistically, when people say, you know, I really don't need all those things. No, you kind of do. We kind of all need those things if you want to be a functioning adult that does adult things and move through this world in an adult fashion. What say you about all of that stuff I just said?
I mean, I was there. I was living in fantasy land. When we first met, you know, all these vetting questions we would, you know, ponder to each other. And my shit was a little delusional. How many kids you want? 10?
10, she said.
Y'all, I said 10. I mean, and I meant it too. You know, we have 4 of our own. We do have 5, 6 grandchildren, godchildren. But yeah, 10 kids. How are we gonna pay for those 10 kids, Mrs.?
That was me. That was me.
We definitely had the conversation about you know, that's gonna be quite expensive. So in reality, love is not gonna be able to pay for all those kids. Word, y'all, really early in that, and you know, so it's hard to have them conversations to bring you back down to reality. I appreciate it though, you know, and him making me aware that, you know, I'm willing to have some, but that's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Like, you want me to work 2-3 jobs and then you'll never see me, and then, you know, but all of that, like, we really went into scenarios and everything. So
absolutely, you
know, y'all got to get there and be able to have those kind of conversations without, you know, causing a fight or an argument over it, because you feel differently about something, you know. So
especially if it's
I
something
appreciate
you
your
came up,
logic,
you know. No doubt.
no
doubt. And again, I know it was going into some territory that was unknown, and it could be some landmines in the ground. But I don't care at this point, because realistically, we gotta go in and get you out of there, Private Ryan, because you we can't do that's a lot of responsibility. And once you hit the go button on that, you can't put them back. I asked you many times since we've had children, do you have room in there to put one of them back?
Can we? Because return?
No, it's not. So once they get here, they here. So,
it's a lifetime.
Absolutely,
it's a beautiful lifetime.
Okay,
get it twisted.
So if you're just checking in, y'all seen the title card. It's what's wrong with America. Y'all may think nothing's wrong, but some people do. Just the way we view things. I had a few pictures up there. I had a passport, right? I believe. Something else. What else was up there?
Something.
Some wedding rings and a sign with a brother or a male and two females. And this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about what's wrong with America, that they don't value marriage. We don't value marriage. We don't value relationship. We don't value the intangibles anymore. We value something different. And being an outsider from another country looking in, we look like Americans right now. Very unique.
Like, what are they doing over there?
They already think we violent. We use guns to solve all our problems. We arrogant. We're number one in self-confidence. But now it's a whole nother layer. They men
not
in
illiteracy.
Hardly get along. Oh, that's a whole nother show. But them watching us get along is a whole nother thing. Let's talk about poly relationships.
What are those? Y'all know what it is. Y'all like having that conversation.
We've been talking about this stuff for long enough.
It's been in existence before.
It's not the monogamous shit
marriage
that we used to.
That people are forced into.
That's what it is.
Let's say that.
It's unique. It's unusual. It's different than what we do now. But I have a question up here.
And it's also a choice.
Question is, poly relationships, would it help the single parent epidemic in our community? Mrs. Harris, we have a certain situation in our community where there are a lot of single parent households. Over 70% of kids are in single parent households. If a functioning household with a man, a woman, probably some children in there, sis said, oh boy, yeah, we going. We about to go, sis. Come on up. If anybody want to come up, they are free to. We here chopping it up. But she said yes. If a functioning family took on one of these single women and their one child, maybe two, do you think that would help what's going on in our community right now? Or is that just, overstepping boundaries and just too far outside the box to be thinking about something as crazy as that?
No, of course, I think it would enrich the community. That's a great assistance. I mean, especially if you don't have to lean on, our father, the state.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? To a degree.
Right.
They don't want to keep paying for us.
These situations.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And if love is in abundance, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think most people have a problem with it because sex is at the forefront of everyone's mind when they think of this type of union.
Got you.
Even if it was something to happen later on, transition, or may not ever happen.
Right.
Still an assistance that people would need, someone would need.
Okay.
And it really depends on the person.
Okay. What do y'all think out there? Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that it would help the single parent epidemic we have in our community if a functioning family was to take on one of these single moms, 1 or 2 children, can't be more than that, realistically.
Realistically.
There's a lot of time, energy, nurturing certain emotional, spiritual support that's warranted, and one person can only realistically spread themselves but so thin.
And it's a small group that can hold down a group, and that would be a unique person to be able to cultivate a litter of 4
right
by
that
themselves.
Would be a more that would be a more intricate part of the program.
Absolutely.
But initially, a functioning family taking
on
a single mom family. And again, I absolutely, echo your sentiment, because I don't think it's physical at all. Again, if it graduates to, then so be it. Because again, this is how our relationship had to graduate to what it is. Because with time and experience comes, a certain security.
I was going to say a wall drops, being able to be vulnerable, trusting.
Absolutely. So I think it's absolutely more about providing mentorship, providing a community, providing a stable environment for that woman and those children, because they need a leader. They need discipline. They need structure. And that could be the one thing that they're lacking to catapult them to success.
Right. And for the children to see them successful and loved and not doing it all by themselves. That's something for children to see, such a union of love. Again, it has nothing to do with sex, because nobody's doing these things in front of the kids.
Right.
We've been together forever, and we don't do them kind of things in front of our children. And it's something that they can look back and be like, you know what? I've never, they know we love each
other.
Grown. Right.
And
that's a blessing. Definitely private,
But at the same time, again, you have, people who say you can't spread yourself so thin, just like I just said. They can use the same argument and say, hold on a minute. How can you spread yourself so thin to take your attention away from your family, to be bringing in, these latchkey, quote unquote, single families and bringing them under your umbrella? It comes with a certain level of uncertainty. You don't know what these people are capable of.
I think you would vet them as well, right? You don't just take strangers off the street.
Right.
So it's the same type of,
I understand.
situation.
What y'all think out there? Do y'all think it would help the community? Y'all see the question? That's the first one. We're going to play a video. While if anybody wants to come up, they can. But like it says,
let's just add to that this is all being done behind people's backs. Anyway. Like, it's a lot of cheating going on. I'm here and I'm there. And same thing, women too. Y'all are not getting excused, okay? Because the percentage is damn near 50-50.
It's not that far off.
It's not that far off. So, y'all are not being excluded.
We all cheating.
Everybody out there cheating.
So let's stop making it seem like it's only one-sided type of deal. So again, like the missus said, if this is happening anyway, beknownst or unbeknownst to you, answer the question. Do you think it would help the community if this functioning family takes on one of these single moms with a couple of kids, with a child, as a mentor, as a community family, as a poly relationship?
And that's something, because everybody must acclimate to everybody. That takes time. It takes years even.
Absolutely.
So
y'all let me know what y'all think.
It's not something to take lightly, do lightly.
I agree. I agree.
But I do think it would be a plus, and then even if now, if you did have just one income with the male being the provider, now you have two, and one person can be home and make sure the home is curated, switch up, whatever the case may be. Right. However, they decide to see it fit. Because someone like me, I'm a homebody. I love teaching the kids. I love being home. I love creating and doing things like that. So going out into the work field, clocking the clock for someone else, not so much.
Okay, I like that smile.
Not so much. I never liked it. I used to be like Chris Rock's mother. Not that my husband had two jobs, but I definitely used to be like, my family is extremely important. Like if it came a day where I had to choose between this job and them, it's going to be them. So I'm absolutely an asset, and don't treat me like shit because I'll roll out.
Y'all heard what Sis said. It's not really hard. Find it. If you look, hit that like button, y'all. We appreciate it.
A little like goes a long way.
We appreciate it. So, Mrs. Harris, I'm going to show you a video in regards to our conversation. Let's see where it takes us, okay?
Okay.
Need to stay with one partner is the reason, like, we're seeing so many breakups in society. Like, the need to maintain monogamy is the reason we have so many.
Yeah, because I think that men are not meant to you can choose that to be that way, to only want to be with one person, but it's such thing as loving more than one person, even as a woman. It is a such thing. We're told that that's how shit is supposed to be. We grow up in a household.
Yeah, talking to Mike.
We grow up in a household sometimes where that's what our parents showed us, so that's what we think. Because I swear to God, I thought that. And you know what? My whole entire life, I had two parents in a household, and I love my dad that raised me. My brother's dad raised me. My dad. That's who I call dad. My biological dad is locked up on a murder. So for a long time, I didn't even know about that. But that's what I saw. So I thought that that's how it was going to be for me. My mom has life as Cinderella. Well, the niggas choosing too.
Okay.
So
that was a clip of a young lady and a young man just discussing monogamy. His question was, are we monogamous because that's what we're trained to be? That's what we've seen all of our lives? Is it possible to love more than one person? What do you think?
Trained to be monogamous?
Yeah.
I think girls are taught fear in any way, shape, or form when it comes to intimacy and boys and sex and doing anything like that. So it's really monogamy is a choice. I would say for girls, it's kind of pushed a little more, with TV, the virgin thing, and it's like an explosion. You got to give it away to somebody, and just the whole dynamic of all of that. Yeah.
Is that what trains us? I think that's what trains us. For us to say we've been trained to be monogamous, I would absolutely agree, because again, I've seen, television has been Ricky and Lucy,
home, just what you see,
and Ralph and Alice.
You see the anger in the relationships of the elders when someone cheats, right? So you grow up thinking that's bad and negative because this person is hurt. Like you understand what I'm saying? Versus we don't know the dynamics of what was happening there.
That's a great point.
The woman may have been going through some reproductive stuff and they weren't intimate, whatever the case may be, and just having a lack of understanding for her mate, not, respecting that that's something that he needs. Just, I think women are kind of in a delusional state of, if he loves me, he wouldn't. So if he loves me, he's going to go 2 years without having sex because I'm going through something. Some men may be empathetic. Some men absolutely may, understand that. But some may not. And boys are raised differently. It's definitely a different upbringing.
So
lessons.
Okay. Sis is looking. She said, yeah, that's
true. A lot.
Okay. Again, I think we've absolutely been influenced
Oh, easily influenced, right?
And again, that's, what makes me lean toward just saying that it's because we've been shown, we've kind of been programmed to be monogamous, because monogamous, I'm sorry. Because again, it's easier to influence that than some other dynamic, because it creates so much uncertainty. Again, the herd has to flow. It can't be one or two veering off. It can't be a pattern of individual thought and leadership in another direction, because it just creates uncertainty. And as long as the Bible says it's man and woman, Adam and Eve, and again, every TV show we ever watched said it's been one man and one woman, and every R&B song we ever heard, it was sorry, baby, forgive me.
Well, I love only you.
We start to think this, when I get my grown-up card, when I get my adult card, I'm going to be an adult. And an adult means have a girlfriend. Just one. Because we get the picket fence and the kids and the dog and happily ever after. And here we go, Disney.
And then you share separate rooms.
But Disney is breaking up 50%. Disney is committing domestic violence. Disney is cheating all the time, both parts. Disney ain't Disney. So maybe we need something different than Disney. Maybe we need R-rated, or, PG-13 or 17, something different. This G shit ain't working. This Disney shit ain't working. Your prince is coming. He's going to find you. If he don't find you, manifest him. She's perfect. He's perfect. Nobody needs change.
Right.
Everybody coming to the table with a table. Y'all just going to have a bunch of tables and rooms and everything. Nobody has to work on nobody. Right. Which leads me to this right here. Can
you get the full person for the long haul?
This is what we're getting ready to talk about, because check this out right here.
Need a little help.
Check this out right here. Can you be committed to more than one person at a time? Before you answer, Mrs. Harris, I was on another panel. We were having this discussion. And one of the arguments was, I would rather give 100% of myself to my one wife than to give 25% of myself to my 4 wives. Okay? And I thought about it. I wanted to say something then, but I didn't, just out of respect. Very intellectual conversation that was going on. But here's my thing. Are we ever 100% of ourselves? There's no room for improvement? We 100. We good. We perfect.
There's absolutely always room for improvement.
Right.
Come on.
So we're not even 100, in my opinion. We're always, have
not 100 till I'm 100. How about that? Let's just say that. Not 100 till I'm 100, because I think I've gotten better with age.
Between that and multitasking, I don't think we absolutely can concentrate 100% on one person. That's why, I think we have room for this type of a union, because I don't think any of us are 100% dedicated to our significant other, theoretically.
Yeah. I mean, I can look back and remember when I was disconnected from you, especially after having the kids. Each one of them. Totally disconnected. Didn't do it on purpose. Was other ways I was connected, but I was absolutely, more focused on them. My attention was more focused on them. I would even apologize. Absolutely. I don't want it to be all about them. You know what I mean? But you jump into that natural mother mode, and it's hard to get out. You have to break yourself out of it. That's why you see the weaning. You got to wean away from the baby. Absolutely. The baby need to wean, or no, you need to wean off the baby.
You absolutely. It's more about
okay.
you.
It's not about them all the time. We think it's about them, and it's actually about us. We got to wean off them damn kids. So, yeah.
Sis checked in. She said, I took my card back. I don't want it. Nope. You are a card carrying adult, sis.
Yep.
You in the club. I seen you at the meeting.
For the long haul.
I seen you there. Seen you at the meeting.
Yep. Adults make adult decisions.
But no, realistically, I think that we don't give 100% of ourselves to anything. Just being Americans, we barely use 7% of our brains. But again, theoretically, I understand where the brother was coming from. His concentration, his devotion, he feels is reserved for his wife.
Yes,
and she deserves that.
Yes.
But all I'm saying is, in a society where we have, adopted children, foster children, adopted pets, foster pets, therapy pets,
adopted,
what do they call them?
Elders, like you take on other.
It's so many ways, you have women that carry babies for completely other
surrogates.
Yep. So much consideration
to do that. Yeah.
Given to so many other species, so many other animals. But when a heterosexual man says, I have enough leadership, masculine energy, resources, alpha, male, whatever, bravado, machismo, what other words I could throw in there? I got enough of that for you and then some. Oh no, no, you don't. Because I don't. I don't have enough for my family. So how could you have enough for your family and somebody else too? That's preposterous. But it's actually not.
And that's the thing. They may not need that 100% of you. They may only need 45% of your support, your resources, your provision, your protection, and whatever else. So, it really depends. Really depends on the person. And I think people are just not humble. We're not humble. We're not honest. We're not genuine. We're definitely carry way too much jealousy and envy. That will cause way too many problems. That is like probably the main thing that would cause problems.
Look at my title card. Is it about community or jealousy?
Oh, come on. It's hard to be selfless.
How? When we're taught from children that sharing is caring.
Right. Then the program changes. Right? So we are easily influenced. Because imagine if we didn't get none of that TV. None of the outside exteriors, the cartoons, any of that. Because it was in the cartoons too. We're not going to eliminate the cartoons. Y'all better watch what y'all kids is watching out there.
That's not.
Because there's some cartoons that turn real dirty.
They do.
So Marvel or DC or whoever.
Yeah, DC.
Y'all dirty after dark. I'm just saying.
Okay. But yes, is it about community or jealousy or what? Because again, community's community. It takes a village to raise a child. We both come from neighborhoods where we could get our booty beat by Miss Johnson up the street.
Absolutely.
And then come home and get our booty beat by mama because Miss Johnson up the street had to touch our booty. But Miss Johnson up the street wasn't sleeping with our daddy.
We don't know that. That's the thing. We don't know that.
How she get to put hands on us like that?
We don't know that.
That's a great point.
I mean, and I hate this idiot box because this is just like a big TV. It's a damn idiot box. So when I'm on it and I see, the things that's out there still, so it's a guy that does the loyalty tests and he go up to the friends and ask to do the loyalty test to call the person's mate. So most of the time, your friend is messing with your man, your sister. Like they are in this together. So you can't just be mad at the man. What's the sister code? Is there really a sister code? Because majority of the time it's happening.
I don't call it that.
I'm just saying.
I call it something different.
The sisterhood of the traveling pants, the opening legs, all of that. So, you see shit.
And
so I don't know. Y'all sharing?
He was sleeping with her and her friend, right?
Oh yes, an abundance of times. It's like 1,000 damn
like the
videos of it.
Legs was open.
Shit.
The bar's open. The kitchen is open, and the legs.
I'll share in secret. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like. Because women are doing it too now. I'm not eliminating y'all. All right. Y'all do it. Y'all creeping.
Man. Okay. I got a video, Mrs. Harris. This is me and you. We having fun. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm about to roll up.
You sure? Let's do this. We talking about it. Let's stay in line.
Pound elephant in the room in this country is the large number of kids who enter the world without a father married to the mother. In 1965, 25% of black kids entered the world without a father married to the mother. And forget about elder. Barack Obama once said, a kid raised without a dad is 5 times more likely to be poor and commit crime, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, and 20 times more likely to end up in prison. Now it's 70% of black kids entering the world without a father married to the mother. It's because the welfare state has incentivized women to marry the government and incentivized men to abandon their financial and moral responsibility. 40% of all kids in America are born without a father in the house. 25% of white kids, half of all Hispanic kids, and we are doing nothing about it. We're not even talking about it. Even Republicans don't talk about it. And when you don't have a father in the house, it's not just a financial problem, which is huge. It's you don't see two adults interact civilly, resolve problems. You don't see somebody get up and go to work in the morning when he doesn't feel like going. All the values that it takes in order to be a responsible citizen, you don't have. That's why we have so much crime and such dropouts right now, and a lot of people who are functionally illiterate. 85% of 8th grade black kids in America can neither read nor write at proficiency levels. That means 85% of 8th graders, black 8th graders, are functionally illiterate. When you are functionally illiterate, you are easily misled by emotion. And it's a huge problem, and both parties, in my opinion, completely ignore that issue.
Yeah, I think it aids.
Wow.
So, Mrs. Harris, what he spoke to was the ramifications of single parent households and not having a man inside a said household, what those ramifications are. And it's not just economic. And when he speaks to the education level in our children, what stuck out to me the most was he said, when you don't have the intelligence, you lash out emotionally. And this is something you've heard me say millions of times. I stand on it with both feet. People who don't have the words to express how they feel exactly are going to yell, they're going to curse,
right,
and they're going to get physical.
Yeah. We don't have a vast vocabulary to explain how we feel, especially if we're products of our environment. It's minimal, but it's true, because I've been in the school system over the last 15, 20 years, whether it be my kids being directly on, interacting with teachers, PTA, things like that. Yeah.
And
do I blame the school? I mean, I gotta put the blame on freaking parents.
You can blame whoever you want. You're
Single parents, kids who have two parents at home, we're not focused on it. We kind of let our kids slide. We really do. We're really not checking everything, as long as they pass and they make it through high school, it's all good. But we don't know that our children can't comprehend. They really lack comprehension, easily strayed, easily.
Talk about it.
So it's sad.
I agree.
It's absolutely sad. So that's definitely something we always try to make sure we stayed truly abreast and right in the face in school, so they know they got two parents. Where the kids is asking, you got a dad at home?
And not only parents of quality. When I go to open school night, I only ask one question to every teacher in every school for every child. Does my child make do they make valuable contributions in class?
I swear
that's the only question that I have.
You guys have any questions?
It's the only question that I have. You know why it's the only question that I have? Valuable contributions in class. Number one, that mean they came to class. So I know they got attendance down. Number two, they heard the information that you gave out. They took it in and understood it and absolutely processed it and then pushed out a question to let you know they understood what you said. And not only did I understand it, I have an interesting question to ask in regards to it.
Might have a story too.
So all of that, you know, back and forth with the teacher and acting like you so concerned. Again, if you were astute and know that there's certain things that I can ask one question to encompass the whole semester. Because if they not making contributions to class, they just sitting there in space,
doing time,
looking out the window, scribbling in their book.
Right.
And you could believe the teacher cannot wait for an opportunity to jump through the window to tell on your child. Oh no, he don't pay attention at all. He be gazing out the window. He be talking with his friends. He's always disruptive. They will absolutely give it to you. But when they say no, he's good.
Right.
Makes valuable contributions, pays attention. I'm out of here. See you later, teach. What else we need to talk about?
All right. Anybody who has kids know, you know, kids get to a stage in their life where they ask question after question after question after question. And they stay in there for a few years, right? So they start to go through puberty and they stop asking them questions. Do you notice that?
Because they starting to get answers on their own.
Absolutely. So, you know, start paying attention, you know, pay attention to your children when them questions slow down, you know, because then they'll pull away because they're getting more information outside and you don't know what wrong or negative information they're getting out there. Right. And they're getting it.
That's right.
They're getting it, even if it's online. Your child don't go outside. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, and I appreciate that our kids have always been freaking question askers.
Yeah, they come home with
and you know, it used to get to the point where friends would be like, yo, that shit don't annoy you. And I'm like, no, because I didn't have people to ask things to. You know, even if they were there, they weren't that smart to help with school and things like that, you know. So no, I didn't have that. I appreciate, you know, us being able to be there and having the resources that we have. Because even if I don't know, I'm going to look. I'm going to find it. You ask me something, I don't know that shit. Let me go look. Because it's right here. I ain't got to go to the library and get an encyclopedia no more.
That's right.
So check your sources. Yeah, the kids ain't that goddamn bright. The schools are failing them, especially here in Baltimore City. No shouts out to Baltimore City or the county for their shitty ass school districts.
No shout
school food, all of that. And it's a normal thing. It comes on the news all the time, so I'm not lying.
Yeah, they do need to do better just from the interactions with the people, seeing them in the stores. They're not the most proficient in regards to memory, you know, executing.
I mean, and they're they not
articulation.
They can't.
So, you know,
their emotions.
It shows.
It absolutely shows. They wear it on their chest.
We could definitely do better in those regards. Okay. All right, Mrs. Harris, let's see. Did I have anything else on Polly? Nope, that was it. Let's get to our favorite subject.
Sex off y'all brains.
Let's get to our favorite subject, marriage. Marriage, Mrs. Harris. What say you about marriage?
Oh.
Do you like marriage? Are you for marriage?
So far, so good. So far, so good. Goddamn.
Okay.
I can't complain. No, I knew what it was. When I got into it. I have older brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of my brothers been with his wife since he was 15. So it was just certain standards. You know, he was always open and verbal about his role, her role. You know, he's lived in the Christian life. He's a little more biblical than myself.
Okay.
But just watching him mostly. And you know, I grew up with my mother being married. You know, even if it was dysfunctional or they weren't happy with each other, you know, she was married. There was a man around. From my father to the stepfather, there was a man around. And he played a freaking role. You know what I mean? So, and I saw it. And their dynamic was not about love. It was absolutely about their duties and their responsibilities, you know? And the lack of intelligence showed through the emotional dysfunction.
Okay. I mean, again, when we don't have the intelligence, we kind of lash out.
Absolutely.
And emotional intelligence is important as well. So you're gonna hear that word fly around a lot in the space in the future and in near future, because a lot of people are now starting to really, recognize that emotional intelligence is important in how to process these emotions. But again, be able to spot the imposters and people that's just using it because it's a buzzword. But let's take a look at maybe why we are where we are today, and y'all let me know what y'all think.
Community has some real issues, and we don't understand why dating and relationships are so screwed up. When I was growing up, rappers were talking about sleeping with hoes and pimping women and dogging women out, but a lot of these men were married or in long-term relationships. I didn't know Ice Cube was married and Snoop Dogg was married until later on. A bunch of rappers who were in long-term relationships or married when they were saying all of that stuff. This is the part that really makes our community screwed up. The R&B singers were talking about loving women and giving them the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they were the real freaks. They were the ones out there doing all the stuff that the rappers were talking about. You have women rappers telling other women to go out and take a man for everything he has, squeeze everything out of him like he's an orange. And the same thing, these women are in relationships. What is wrong with us as a community that we are promoting something that we don't even believe in? How do you think our community is supposed to be with each other when we've been listening to this for the last 30 years?
Okay. Y'all heard what he said? How are we expecting results when we've been listening to music for 30 years that has been of a certain variety, that has been of a certain nature? Let's talk about it, because we say Cardi B is married and she telling you to pop it and drop it, and Nicki is married and she's telling you to do X, Y, and Z, and they go home to their husband. Beyonce's another one. Beyonce's married. She's telling you to
quit your job,
to do this, that, and the other, and she's going home to her husband. But it sounds like Ice Cube was married, and he was telling us to, a bitch is a bitch, whether poor or rich. I talk in the exact same pitch. Now, the title bitch don't apply to all women.
That's right. He was talking about,
but all women got a little bitch in them. But again, still rapping about,
right. You wouldn't think that he had a
promiscuity, about getting girls in his car and taking them home. Right. He has a wife at home. Snoop Dogg got a song, Ain't No Fun.
If the homies can't have none.
When I met you last night, baby. He was married though the whole time. What's good with that?
I mean, they were shit.
He went on to say the R&B singers
agenda.
They was real freaks.
I mean, so it's been in the plan. Can we believe now that it has been in a plan to destroy us as a people or a nation here in this said place? Just with all of because we have so much great stuff. We have so many great artists who, promote positive things, and
you do.
So they get the window, but they fought for it, right? Because you had the 2 Live Crew.
You had 2 Live Crew. Were you? It depends on what kind of point you're trying to make. 2 Live.
They went to court. Who was it? Who went to court? They wanted the freedom to be explicit.
I mean, they were the ones that got the explicit sticker put on the front of our CDs because of their content.
Okay.
So those explicit stickers didn't exist until their music particularly was so X-rated that it warranted to have some sort of a warning put on there to let you know what's inside of this packaging.
Yeah.
So it's been around.
Yeah.
I mean, we also have provocative songs. Prince is an artist that had songs just, and so many other artists before him. Madonna was a little racy.
Salt and Pepper.
It was so many, questionable artists, Betty Wright, Tonight's the Night, completely about her virginity. And it being, the night that she lost it. So this has always been around. But what he's saying is, of 30 years of this type of music, of this, baby, I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't mean to hurt you. Of, all I want to do is zoom, 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 zoom.
And then a poom, poom. Okay.
How do we expect that we're not in this place that we are right now? If we've been listening to 30 years of cantankerous music.
My buddy.
Your buddy? Which buddy?
Buddy.
My friend? My buddy? Like
buddy.
Okay.
The song.
Like De La Soul?
Mm-hmm. We had Rick James, bitch. So
right, give it to me, baby.
Rick James.
So just music in itself just has a certain.
We've always been easily
nature to
right?
it.
I mean,
well, speak for yourself.
As a society.
Oh, okay.
Been influenced, like we've always been influenced by white people, right? After slavery, we emulate them and dress them, wear their clothes. We didn't go back to our African attire or any of that. We were so stripped from our traditions, of course, but you know
that we just acclimate and go along.
But they got it's like being with the Joneses.
But again, can we blame anyone for where we are today? So we should be absolutely where we are today after listening to everyone. Music. Shame.
You blame everyone. You can't just blame one thing. You can't just be one thing. You gotta blame everybody. Fathers who walk away and think about themselves. Society.
Shame.
Big brother stepping in, being the husband and the father, providing assistance, like everything. Need y'all no more. They said, you know what? Nah, y'all need us. Oh, y'all want to try to get back together and get from up under us? Oh, okay. Watch this. Bam, here.
Okay.
Take this assistance. We'll help.
What y'all think?
What y'all have think? No man though.
Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is the music have a little bit to do with it? It's a little unique. It's a little unique. But we live in a unique time where, people doing what they want to do. Let's take a look at this sister who got her opinion. She has an opinion on the Passport Brothers. She has an opinion. Let's hear what she got to say.
How they are sick of women in America and how they're going to get their passports and go overseas and find them a wife. When the truth of the matter is, you don't want a wife. You want a slave. You want a maid. You want a personal assistant. These women are in dire financial need. And it sickens me that you get online and vocalize and brag about getting your passports and going to these countries with to get a wife who needs a green card to escape extreme poverty. Whether you pay her family, whether you pay her, no matter what the circumstance is, she is in a dire situation. How dare you capitalize off of the fact that this woman just wants to live and thrive financially. And then you call it a marriage. That's not marriage. It's modern day slavery. And I think that it's sick. I think that it's disgusting. And all you're really doing is sifting yourself from the real divine masculines and alpha males. Because when they walk in the room, we know it. You know why? Because we feel safe. And we're not safe with you. And we know it, and that's why we're disrespectful to you. That's why we don't like you, and that's why we don't give a damn that you're going to another country to find a wife. And while you're there, get the help you need to heal your inner child, because we know that you're unhealed, that you are narcissistic, and that you're a toxic person. So while you're spending your money on your new bride, be sure to get the help that you need too. We ain't mad. We don't want you. We see you. You're not a divine masculine. We ain't mad.
Yo.
She sounded mad.
She said she wasn't.
She sounded mad.
You heard what she said? She said, we
That's
ain't
my
mad.
perception.
Y'all want to go get your passports?
So she think they getting passports and going to pick up the first whore outside of the damn airport.
Carmen says she looks mad. I don't know. She, you know, she had her opinion on it, sis. And like I put up the question, I think I know where she stands. Good riddance. She says she do not care. And I think that's the determining factor right there. You know, my point when we were on a lot of forums is that we are not looked at as a video game console on Christmas. We are not looked at as a bike. Mm-hmm. We are not looked at as, you know, the latest polo coat or whatever is that thing. We are looked at as
I used to get mad.
socks.
I used to get mad. When I was younger, I used to get upset and see it, you know, on the inside. And then I used to get upset that I got upset because I'm a product of it. You know, my father being black and my mother being white. Back in the 70s, it was kind of an enigma. It wasn't normal.
Right.
So when I seen black men and they looked happy with some other race on them, you know, just being out in public, I'd be like, oh, damn, just took one. You know what I mean? Like, I really did have that. I can look back and honestly say, but once I snatched mine up, I don't think I've ever, you know, once I got mine, I really don't have that. You know, when I see it, it's just like, you know, if he's happy, he's happy. Like, that's where he found his peace. Right. I can't be mad. And then I look at most of the brothers you went to school with. That's where they found their peace. You know, it is what it is, but they found it.
No doubt. I mean, you know, again,
and it's of the lighter.
You know where I stand. All of that, you know, pick me. I'd rather be a pick me than not picked. And I don't care how you slice it up. I really think that you absolutely have to put your best foot forward and show someone that you're willing to be with them. Whether it's you're willing to do some things, you're willing to change some things, you're willing to say some things, but whatever it is, I think that willingness, again, I told you many times that willingness is what transcends to me as love. Mm-hmm. When you never ate a hot dog before, or you never rode a roller coaster before, and I say, come get on this roller coaster with me, and you go, I ain't never got on no roller coaster before, but you know what? Let me think about it real quick. I might get on there with you. That, I think that consideration.
I might try it once.
Just that consideration versus, no, I don't get on no roller coasters. I told you I don't get on no roller coasters when we met, and that's it. I just don't do roller coasters.
Right. And people are like that, stuck in their ways, and they say old people is hard to change.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Because that unwillingness to cooperate, unwillingness to appreciate, that's where I think people don't understand that that's all a person wants is a willingness to know that you'll do some things for me that you might not do for the other people outside in the world. And I think that's enough. Right. When you show me that I'm not the same as the rest of these dudes out there, that's when I knew, like, I need to be all in on this. This is something I really need to consider all in.
I mean, you would have to, you know, tell me that. I remember you saying that to me. You know what I mean? I am not like these niggas out here. You know what I mean? Like you said, I remember you saying that to me at least 4 times to assure me, you know, I'm not them. You had to say that quite a few times. Apologize. Thank you for proving yourself right. He had to prove himself right. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Sis says she sounds stupid. Yeah. Excel said 100. Yeah. I mean, only because, again, I felt that that's what you needed to hear.
I did.
And I know that it was going to take time to prove it.
To see it. Absolutely.
You know, to let you know, I told you. You
I told you so. You can do that now. Do it, man. Do it. I just want to hear. I told you so. I told you so. Thank you.
But that's what we're talking about. Right now, we are on marriage. I got a couple of clips I'm going to play before we get into the meat of the conversation. But
yeah, she was mad, sis.
I think she was. I think that, you know, and not just mad, but just very disappointed, it looks like, and sounds like. But she has to take a little bit of onus and reflect on herself.
And not even just her. We should have our sisters hold themselves accountable. Our brothers are leaving because of us. Own that. Own that. You really got to own that shit. They are leaving because of us. Their environment, where they at, there are no quality women in their eyes. Nobody who wants to get on their purpose and appreciate them and love them and, you know, all of the things that they want. Yeah, no, it's not happening. So they're going to go elsewhere.
Absolutely.
That's on you. Own that shit.
So let's take another look at a video and along the lines of what we're talking about. And let's see what happens.
Comes down to being called a ride or die under a negative circumstance. When you're in trouble or when you gotta fend for your family, even if it is a family, it could be a partner, it could be your sister, like you said, it could be your child, like you say, but it's under a negative circumstance that you gotta be that ride or die for them.
Everybody's loyalty is tested in your life. And the only time your loyalty gets tested is when things are hard. Unfortunately, that's the reality. When me and you are great, I don't expect anything to be wrong with us. But when me and you are not great, are we still going to be good? So that's why you see this stigma of ride or die under negative circumstances, because under the negative circumstances is when one defines their loyalty to you or to what you may have, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a family, sister, brotherly bond.
Okay, Mrs. Harris, you heard what they said.
I agree with him.
That loyalty is tested in certain conditions.
Absolutely. I mean, a person's character is tested in, you know, unfavorable conditions. Anything unfavorable, you know, coming out and there's a ticket on the car. How he responds to that. You know, getting a call that something happened. How does he respond to that? You got to pay attention to these things. And women too, blowing off the handle for every little thing, can't control a temper. You know, upset about something else, and now it's you the problem. It's your fault. You got to watch out for that shit.
Excel said loyalty, baby. And I put a question up there. Is loyalty important? And an even deeper question, is loyalty something that can be shown before we become friends, or is that something that, like he said, comes with adversity?
Yes.
Comes with, you know, the down times. But I hear a lot of people proclaim loyalty like it's some sort of a badge they can wear on their sleeve,
right, or
a characteristic trait that is positive.
Right.
And when they present it to you, it shows you that they're like this great person. Well, what would you say is a positive about you? Oh, well, I'm loyal. I'm loyal.
Loyal to what?
Some people even say like this, I'm loyal to a fault.
Ooh.
I'm so loyal that people will do me wrong. But loyalty is not something that you should be proclamating beforehand. Loyalty is something that comes through time.
Absolutely. And especially adversity. You're going to see how you guys work together, how you work alone and how you work together through adversity. Shit get fucked up.
He said loyalty is overrated, but it does feel good.
It does feel good.
You are absolutely right.
To feel like somebody is in your corner.
Absolutely right.
But when adversity happens, when something happens, now are we using sign? Are we shaming each other? Are we blaming each other? Or are we lifting each other up? Are we being positive? See us through the hard time. That's the partner you need versus someone gonna break you down as soon as, you know, a glitch happens.
Got you.
In the matrix.
So here's my question to you, Mrs. Harris. A single person, how much loyalty can they have? If loyalty is acquired through time and it shows when things aren't going good, how you act when things aren't right. How do you do that as a single person when you don't have another person to witness how you act when things go wrong? You're only there by yourself. You're only there with yourself. So number one, things rarely go wrong. You rarely butt heads because you by yourself.
Right. There's no other person in the picture. I mean, their loyalty comes to going to work on time, you know, being disciplined in that, being responsible for taking care of their bills. You know, I'm loyal to these things because I have to be responsible.
But where's the adversity? Where's the downtime?
There's not a human person in that dynamic.
Right. So again.
So you have loyalty to things and just responsibility. But another person.
Got you.
Not so much. Like, because your job is paying you. Your loyalty lies there because you need their funding.
So it's not a loyalty. It's absolutely a relationship. Because
it's a duty and a responsibility. It kind of sounds familiar to me.
Wait a minute. No, she didn't. Yeah, she did that. But yeah, y'all let me know. Loyalty. Y'all heard what she said. Loyalty comes with respect. Absolutely, sis. And these things are acquired in time. I don't give anyone my respect off top. Now, I absolutely won't disrespect you because you deserve human courtesy. But that's not the same as giving you my respect. That comes with time. That comes with you proving yourself as a certain quality of person that deserves respect. So I absolutely agree with that statement. So, you know, I think loyalty is something that absolutely comes with time. It's not something that can be self-proclamated or proclamated upon introduction or using it to describe yourself by saying you're loyal, because that means nothing to anyone of intelligence, anyone of logic. Because your loyalty could be to completely immoral things. Your loyalty can be to enabling. Your loyalty can be to dysfunction. So when we use, you know, just the term loyal, like it's a badge of honor, I would beg to differ. So let's see. I got a couple of more title cards. We're going to get to the marriage portion of our program. And I got a question for y'all. Marriage, is it just a piece of paper? I hear a lot of people in 2022 reduce marriage to a piece of paper. And I would love to know what you guys think. Mrs. Harris, I have a title card up. It says, marriage, is it just a piece of paper?
I love my piece of paper.
And I am going to play something. And I want to know what you think about it.
Girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, no. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support.
Jesus.
And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
Jesus.
Yes.
What you think of that video?
If he is too bad to be your husband, he is definitely too bad to be your child's father. That's been happening over, I can't even say how many years. They're definitely being programmed to have children to collect child support or assistance and things like that. It's shameful. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, it's hard out here. It's hard out here raising, you know, children with 2 functional parents. So to choose to bring in a child with just one, you know, to be dependent on the father husband of the state.
No.
That's what it is. So, you know, I understand that you prefer to be married to the state.
Okay.
Than a real man.
Excel checked in. He said a contractual obligation. To me, I don't know if I'll ever get married. Mm-hmm. I'm 27. It's hard out here. I believe
understandable. I mean, and you as a man, you can wait as long as you want. It's a difference between us. It's absolutely a chronological difference between us.
His parents been married a 30-piece.
Right?
Shout out to Mama and Papa Excel.
Shout out to them. Mm-hmm.
They could teach y'all some stuff. They could teach us some stuff.
Well, shit, he said he's 27. Our son is 27.
Shit, yeah. Jordan is 27. Shout out to Excel. You the same age as our son, man. But no, that says a lot from a young brother of only 27 years old, and that's exactly why brothers are grabbing their passports and looking to places where being a man is appreciated, where being a husband is appreciated, where masculine respect is given in exchange for feminine courtesy. And that's just the way it's supposed to be. And if you have to play a tug of war to get these things, if these things are conditional, I'll be submissive if he ... There's no switch.
Or the chameleon. I'll do it for 3 to 5 years.
There is no switch that you can switch on.
I'm done.
That is going to constitute femininity, masculine respect, and appreciation of a man that you haven't been practicing all your life. I've been a sports person all my life.
You say that a lot.
Every analogy, it makes it a lot easier to understand that my analogies are going to be sports.
That's right.
Keeps it a lot simpler. But here's the thing. We went to practice every day because we wanted to become better at basketball. Right. And we became better at basketball by practicing every day. So that proved to me very young that no matter what you practice, you will get better at.
That's right.
If you practice being mean, you will get better at it. If you practice being nice, you will get better at it. If you practice being a wife, if you practice being a husband, practice being a responsible adult, practice being a dysfunctional adult, practice being a criminal. But practice absolutely makes perfect.
I do not disagree.
So
say it all the time.
If femininity is not being practiced, if you're not in the gym constantly working your femininity muscle, you really think I'm gonna believe that you can just walk in the gym on Saturday and lift a 500-pound femininity weight? You ain't flexed your muscles at all, ain't did no push-ups, no sit-ups, no curls, but you could do it because I did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. I was just gonna say we've been taught to use the femininity to manipulate quite easily, but to stay in it and live in it genuinely, I don't know. That's why the fellas got their passports and they ready to roll out. So y'all must not be lying. I can't say that y'all are lying.
Some would say.
I mean, change your environment, because the environment we in, they masculine as hell here.
So let's get to the question, Mrs. Is marriage just a piece of paper to you?
I mean, I grew up thinking it was, just because, again, I didn't grow up with a great blueprint, ideal of marriage at all. All dysfunctional, nobody happy. The wives didn't say anything good or healthy, so I absolutely didn't get that. But when I watched TV, TV gave me an awesome view of what it should be for a good 15, 20 years of my life. You know what I mean? We had some healthy unions and marriages on television. So I was able to see that. So just having a blueprint of what I didn't want, and how I wasn't going to treat my mate was from those things. I really didn't have it. So we kind of had to make the own blueprint.
No, I don't think it's just a piece of paper, and I'll tell you why. Because it provides so many other forms of covering, and not just for a woman. Covering is for both of us. We both have a certain amount of security being married. And I hope I hope you stick around, because we're going to get into some beneficial points of having a husband and a wife. But I'm going to start with the initial statement and question and say, no, it's not just a piece of paper. We can ask DMX's wife if it's just a piece of paper. if y'all are not, too
DMX's
far
girlfriend?
removed, DMX's girlfriend. Yeah, I'm sorry, longtime girlfriend. He did. So DMX passed away, and his estate was questionable, as well as James Brown, as well as a host of others. That piece of paper, quote unquote, gives a person a lot of authority, say so, and rights to any questions that are up in the air when a person passes away. Number two, in my opinion, I think you get a lawyer. And not just a lawyer, a paid lawyer. Not a legal aid with 50 cases in their file or body count, but you, dedicated to you.
Got your best interest at heart.
Is for you. And not just in court, in the hospital, when you on that bed and the doctor need questions answered, or even better, you need questions answered. Doctor, this don't make sense. Some fly-by-night chick is gonna take the first answer the doc give and say, "Oh, word, he out of here. Okay, sign those papers.
Your husband.
Let me get to the bank."
Right.
But you want to know now. Hold on, doc. Explain that. That didn't make sense. Is there any other possibilities? What's the percentages? Let's dive into this.
And your wife is going to pay more attention to your health and your body than you at times. I've noticed you've been this and that.
Absolutely.
Your skin, this and that.
I heard that trickle.
You're walking funny. We need to go check them feet. Like, are you trickling in there in the bathroom? Your stream should be supposed to be flowing.
Yeah, I ain't hear no flow.
Gotta pay attention. We got your back.
B Nizzle want to check in.
We got your back.
What up, bro?
Your back, your front, your up, your down.
But okay. Piece of paper, I would say no. Let's do this. I got a question. I hear a lot of people say, I had this married man in my DM the other day. He was all up in here and texting me. And I have a question for that person. The question is, do you know the agreement that those two people have?
That's the first question, right?
Yeah. Because she could have sent him to your DM.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible.
You don't know.
You definitely don't know.
We do a lot of, wishful thinking, in my opinion. We want to paint married people to be this
unhappy,
obligated couple.
Undercover cheaters.
They sleeping in separate rooms and they don't even like each other. And some people just be married for the kids. And although it may be true, sounds more like wishful thinking on y'all's part.
Right. Looking from the outside.
We go to my question. Did you actually sit down with Mrs. So-and-so and say, do you allow him to go in other girls' DMs? Because she may say, bitch, I sent them. I saw them eyelashes.
Did you not say hello back?
I saw them eyelashes,
were you
girl.
Nice? Were you nice?
I like purple hair and green and orange. And y'all don't know what type of an agreement those two people have. So to try to throw somebody under the bus for their marriage, you should absolutely sit down with them and find out what they got going on and what they doing over there before you start to do all of that.
Right. I mean, growing up in some families, right, where, grandpa passed away, to come to surface to the children who had no knowledge that there was another family, it's other kids, it's all kind of other situations going on, but grandma's not mad.
Grandma don't care.
Grandma's not mad, and grandma's not, telling them all grandpa's business or the fact that she even knows and all of that. Like, and the whole family's worked up over the shit.
You don't know.
And they don't know. Grandma was okay with whatever was going down. She was fully aware of what was going down.
It's some physical prohibitions or prohibitations.
You're right.
that may stop one from being able to acquiesce to their partner. So they give them permission.
Or even if it's not to listen, just make sure that shit don't come home, baby. That's all. You know what I mean? Like ladies, sometimes you're out of commission. It happens.
Babies, no disrespect.
But us children of them, said adults, we don't know. We are not privy to what these elders had going on. And I would say them men were doing a good goddamn job to where nobody found out nothing till they dead in the ground.
In the ground. At the funeral, we all found out.
Don't be mad that he was disciplined and grandma he didn't skip a beat.
Nikki, who is that lady standing over there by Aunt Deidre?
You know that little boy. I did see that little boy in town. He looked like he looked like Johnny Boy.
He do. That mother hubba.
It's real. It's been happening. Like,
No, but in all seriousness,
we're not saying.
give people a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. You don't know the type of union people have, and we in 2022. Very unique
we're in 2022. Time. Everybody doing everything.
Everybody doing all type of stuff. So
come on, y'all.
To persecute, find out first.
Right. And don't persecute us because we want to be married. That's all.
Exactly.
Don't hate.
Those people deserve consideration too. Some people actually like and love each other.
Right. Even though they're married to somebody else.
That too. God damn.
I'm just saying.
She took it there. Hold on.
This is real, especially when you know.
Wait a minute.
Shit.
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck.
That was crazy. Okay. All right. I got another question. This is the best question of the night. Y'all know I saved the best. Mrs. Harris, would you rather be the emperor's mistress or the peasant's wife?
Ooh.
Ladies out there, I got a question for y'all.
Damn.
The question is, would you rather be the emperor's mistress or the peasant's wife? Which would you rather be, ladies? We're going to start with Mrs. Harris because she's here. Mrs. Harris, which would you rather?
I don't think I'm any different from this modern world, from the ancient times.
Okay.
I would be the peasant's wife. I would absolutely be the peasant's wife. Been there, done that.
Be wrong for that, baby.
Yeah,
I feel you though. I feel you. But this is a question for the ladies, and I admire that answer because a lot of people would choose the former. And what really made me pose this question is a high value man versus an average guy. Most women would rather be the mistress of a high value man
and be the wife of an average guy.
The one woman of an average guy, knowing he doesn't have anyone else.
Right. Because my logic when you said it, I'm thinking, I'm the mistress of the emperor. He can discard me at any time.
And you might not be the only mistress.
Right. Oh, I'm absolutely not the only. Come on. I'm absolutely not the only mistress. I might be the bestest of the mistresses.
Ooh, no,
the hostess with the mostest.
Ooh.
We're gonna let my talents shine through.
See, now that's the type of attitude we need. Just give me an opportunity, coach. Put me in.
Give me an opportunity. Put me in. Buckets all day. All day. We taking it to the hole. Y'all ready?
Ooh,
that's all they want is a teammate. Come on now. Babe, pass me the ball. Let's go.
You can't make this shit up.
But you can't knock them down and take the ball from the nigga all the time.
So I would love to hear y'all ladies answer to this question. Would you rather be the emperor's mistress or the peasant's wife?
I'm gonna have to post that on my page. See how that go.
We're gonna have to clip this. This is good. But y'all let us know. We could be way off, but we just have a little bit of fun. But we made it through my title cards and everything. So you get to have a little fun with me.
Job.
You did good.
Good job.
You did good. Give yourself a round of applause. And before we get to the fun, I want to give y'all a video in regards to what we were talking about. Mrs., check this out.
The wife that I chose is better than the man that I am. I married a woman 2 sizes too big. I have to grow into Aventer. She's a coat. I still can't fit her. She's bigger than me. And she's had to cover me while I grow up. I got to grow into her.
But she's a covering.
She's a covering, not a lid.
Ooh,
because if a man marries a lid, she'll stop your dream. But if you marry a covering, she'll push you to your destiny. Now, I'm about to shout and tear this whole thing up. I'm just telling you.
All the way out of this street.
Let me tell you something. My wife has endured more pain birthing me than both of our children. She has sacrificed these last 8 years uncovering the painful areas of my manhood and covering the areas that could have exposed me. She deserves anything I can give her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to live the rest of my life to honor her because she gave me what I couldn't give myself, which is a chance to heal while still seeing the God in me.
Okay.
Y'all heard that?
Ladies,
Did
bringing
y'all hear that?
Bringing that covering.
Yeah, husbands is not the only ones that provide covering. And this is, 100% how I feel about Mrs. Harris. 100%.
Oh, thank you.
That you were absolutely and still may be a little bit too big for me.
Oh.
I have to grow into you.
Come on, baby.
You gave me the opportunity many, many, many years ago. I appreciate that, Coach, for putting me in, and I don't want you to take me out. I'm not coming out. I want to be the best player on the team. Whatever is needed at the time, I will provide. And this is practice that I got on the basketball court.
Yeah.
On the basketball court, I am the type of player where there is nothing I will not do. And if you have a problem, you're in doubt, give me the ball. I will absolutely show you what to do. So if I got to get rebounds, I got to pass the ball, I got to get the ball up the court, I got to break a press, I got to play extra D, whatever it takes, I'm willing to do, but only for my team. I'm not willing to do it for the other people.
No.
I am only willing
You're
to
not like
do
that for
it
everybody.
for my team. And I am quick to let them know that. For the rest of the people out in the world, I am not like this. I am not willing to acquiesce, not even willing to attempt. But when it comes to the people near and dear, to the people that graduate into my life, and not to say it's only 5 people, it's only my wife and my kids, and I'm only listening to my big brother. And no, not at all. You can absolutely graduate into a circle of correction, into a circle of consideration where I don't want to embarrass you.
That's right. Yep.
I do not want to embarrass Red Lipstick Vibes on anybody's podcast, anybody's street corner, anybody's festival.
Right.
No, it's just not what we doing. We not getting all out of our character.
Right.
Because somebody that don't know you may know her. I tell you about a trail. It's always a trail.
Oh, it's always a trail.
So somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody saw this nigga in the Bed-Stuy jersey acting a fool, and it'll get right back. So again,
what you was doing out there?
All of that to avoid any of that. Just behave in a certain fashion. But the video that I played speaks to a whole nother dynamic.
Yeah. The practice, talk about my practice, just having the brothers, learning from them, willing to be taught. So when a man wants a woman that's teachable, it is a trait that they want. Because it's going to be so many levels in life that you're going to need to be taught. Don't think you know everything, because you don't. And especially if you haven't been in the presence of a man, you're going to be learning, and you might be learning the hard way. It's going to come off really hard because you haven't even practiced being in the presence of men. Thank God for my brothers my friends, brothers, and uncles, and they were always trying to teach. And I was always willing to listen. So it's something I've always practiced. I don't care how tomboy I was, or may have walked masculine in my life. None of that mattered. I practiced being in my femininity and respecting the masculinity that came off of the men I was around. The boys, because even the boys presented their masculinity, their dominance.
Of course.
And it was shown. You either a hall monitor man or you're a goddamn principal. I liked it. I heard that today. That was so. Hubby is absolutely a principal. He is not a hall pass monitor. So, you know, it's definitely interesting. Mm-hmm. Son Soul is in the building. Welcome, welcome, brother. How you doing?
What up, Son Soul? IXL checked in. He said, facts. It's all ball and chain type lingo.
The old ball and chain.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, just being able to take direction, to take instruction, constructive criticism from a man, seeing those men in your life let me know that it wouldn't be hard, you know, whether you were able to accept the taste of the medicine. That's a whole nother, but to know that you had men in your life that gave you direction, you were able to take direction and understand, you know, that things were coming from a place of love was easy for me to see, you know, based on your crowd, especially, you know, the plethora of cousins and brothers and
a lot
friends.
of y'all. I love y'all.
Right. You know, and you know, to somebody courting you, that may be a little intimidating.
Absolutely. It has, yes.
You know what I mean? To see all of these different dynamics of men and the different boroughs and the camaraderie and just, you know, it was a certain dynamic that the men in your family have. And kudos to them, because again, I told you, I always admire that camaraderie that they have, that pride that they have in their name, in their family was always admirable. So, you know, but, you know, not deterring.
Right.
So,
and you know, I didn't use it as a weapon, because you have some women who absolutely come in as a victim, and they use their gentleman figures in their life as weapons.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that. Let them be leaders. They don't have to be that way. They're gonna. So listen to them, right? If they say that nigga ain't no good for you, because you've heard it. Come on now, we brought them around, and they've said it. So listen.
We get to have some fun. AJ, here come AJ.
In the building.
What up, brother?
Man.
What up?
Get my dose this week, man.
She was in the bed shaking Tuesday night.
I missed y'all, man. I missed y'all.
I said, what's wrong with you? She said, keep calling me, man. She
calling me.
We be back Tuesday, man. We missed you, man. But we be back. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good week.
Yeah, can't complain.
Okay, you are just in time for the fun. So what happens is, we was talking about marriage, and when you get married, you got to have a wedding. You know that. We was all at a wedding about 2 weeks ago, right?
Awesome.
Right.
Right. Here we go. We're going to check out this wedding, and we be right back.
Okay.
I want a passport. I want to get that. I'm married and I want a passport, AJ. What you think about that?
You on mute.
Oh, my bad. I ain't mad at that at all, man. She was enjoying herself.
Okay.
Trying to please her man. Giving a show for her man.
Do a show for her man.
I guess you got a point. That was a wedding reception.
That's the new wedding. That's the new wedding style flow now. Everybody got a dance routine, and you know they going hard. Woo. Beyonce is the epitome of all women, and everybody look like her.
I'm about to text grandma. I'm about to text grandma and ask what grandma think about that. Sitting at the table in the back, table 2.
She enjoyed it. Look at my baby girl. She didn't get to do that. Be hot stuff. Ooh, look at her. Nobody had no wedding. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
We was at a wedding 2 weeks ago. All we did was walk out. Was we supposed to do some sliding on the floor?
Y'all was supposed to have a dance routine.
Do some
and,
genuine. What was AJ? Did we miss out?
Yeah, y'all supposed to show out when y'all came out. But y'all did fine, man. Y'all did fine.
Oh, man. A wedding is a show for everybody. Did she want to show off her talents of twerking and stuff?
I guess. Showing everybody what he getting ready to get for the rest of his life. He getting ready to get all of this.
Big energy.
Big energy.
Right. Maybe that's
big
it.
energy.
Nah,
man. I mean, like those dances don't be. I mean, like she was covered up. Like I remember, like you had showed the video before, and she had nothing but skin showing. At least she had. Yeah. She was covered up. She know that other people was gonna be there. I mean, like it's a little twerking, but it's not like super crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that your family's gonna be there, so like she's just doing a little dance routine that you'll see anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't even about the twerking. It's just them feeling the need to put on a performance. The performance is the marriage ceremony. So everybody is starting to, take it to these extremes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Oh, because it's not about the marriage. It's about
marriage is so much
party.
Yeah, marriage is so much more than this big ass party. What happens once that's done?
Okay.
Me pretty much showing up.
All right.
It turned into
what I want to do is I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna share a screen and I'm gonna play a video.
Oh Lord.
We were talking earlier, AJ, about unique unions like poly.
Quite
and
unique.
Do you think that would help the single parent epidemic in our community? If a functional family took on a single mom with 1 or 2 children and brung them under the umbrella, would that help with the single parent epidemic in our community, in your opinion?
That's interesting.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know if it'll fix the single parent thing, but I mean, poly is cool as long as everybody is in cohesion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It can help.
Okay.
But I don't know if it'll be a necessary solution. But it probably could help though.
Okay. Understandable. I agree. I think it would help only because of, the single parent situation, since it's so prevalent. If you were to take these single women and associate them with a functioning family, they're no longer single women. So it would absolutely, decrease the number of single women in our community if we associated them with a family.
And children with, lack of healthy mentors and, elders.
The reason I brung that up is because we know that there's a spectrum. There's always 2 sides. There's a side where it's the opposite.
Right.
And it's not so constructive. It's not so thought out.
Right.
Let's take
Some
a look
people
at
see this kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
That's all.
Let's
Just
take a look at
side of it.
Check this out, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's share this. And let's bring this up. And let's show AJ this. Matter of fact, no, not that one. I think it's the other one. I think it is this one.
Pretty much showing him I'm sleeping with whomever I want. And
So you became the master kind of.
I am.
And Dakota, how does that sit with you?
I like it. I enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this look like? I mean, Sarah will bring home men, or tell me what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll bring home guys, or we'll go meet guys at like hotel rooms or stuff. But normally,
AJ, is it echoing for you?
Audio went away.
Still with us, A?
You on mute?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not on mute anymore.
Was the video echoing to you?
Yeah, it was echoing.
Okay. Let me fix that. Give me 1 second. And
IXL said it was all good.
okay. Let's see. AJ's was echoing. Let's do that.
Yep. I like the comfort of my own home. It turned into me.
All right, that's muted.
That's why I try to keep my mic on mute just in case it is me, but it ain't me this time.
Pretty much showing him I'm sleeping with whomever I want, and you're just going to sit in the corner and watch.
So you became the master kind of.
I am.
And Dakota, how does that sit with you?
I like it. I enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Interesting. Is it me? I can't hear y'all. Am I frozen?
Yeah, nope.
There
You
you go.
back.
There you go.
We are back. Yeah, that one was giving us some technical difficulties on the audio. So what we're gonna do is pause on that one.
But we get the gist of it though.
Yeah, it was very unique. So she was dating him, and she allowed other men to come in for her, but he absolutely wasn't a part and didn't even have a partner outside of the union as well. So he was absolutely, docile, being led, and she was absolutely the
he was
dominant
totally
figure in that
emasculated.
relationship. So, like I said, I wanted to show the other side of the spectrum.
Some dudes like that though. That's a part of the BDSM world, master servant.
Right. And what do you think about
that? I'm not a fan. I'm not. I mean,
it's not conventional, absolutely. But do you think it may work with some people in regards to a relationship, instead of the conventional thing?
I mean, I feel like if more people are more open to their sexual desires, then it'd be better off, period. Because a lot of people chase monogamy and don't really want it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, like, if everybody was more honest with themselves and knew exactly what they wanted, then it'll solve a lot of issues. But, like, that type of stuff, that's like a whatever floats your boat type thing. You know what I mean? You would never know the type of people that's like that until you get into that round. You know what I mean? Like, you would think the most sweetest, innocent person is nothing like what they are behind closed doors. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I don't know if that would actually fix anything. I mean, because that's more of a kinky, type thing.
Right.
It definitely.
I mean, that's more of like a pad, like a type backdoors type thing. But
Fetish.
poly is more out in the open. Yeah, fetish. That's what I was looking for. God damn, fetish was the word I was looking for. But
for both, right? Because she just picks up strangers, specifically black strangers, to bring home and watches or records, and they don't even have a sexual relationship at this point now. And he claims he's cool with that.
It's a whole thing. That's a whole thing, and they didn't like that.
It's
kudos to them.
But they out there. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah,
they
I
out there.
uploaded. We check it out on Saturday. Come through on Saturday. We check it out, y'all, on Saturday. But all right, and I can play. It's a little bit different, but something to talk about nonetheless. Check this one out.
Different.
Check this out.
These days have become, especially younger women, have become so prescriptive about their lives. They're used to going on Bumble or Tinder or whatever, deciding how high their boyfriend needs to be, how tall must he be, what colour hair must he be, what colour eyes. And now they're wanting to do the same with their baby, decide what age to have it at. I just think women want too much control. And let's not forget...
Well, you're talking about men do exactly the same thing, but they have the luxury of not having to worry about the biological clock.
Yeah, turns out we're not entirely equal, men and women. We are different. Women now think they can choose their gender as well. It's this notion you can choose everything in your life. And guess what? Big news, young people. You can't. And let's not forget, people talk about harvesting eggs. It's not Cinderella or Snow White skipping around in the garden amongst the chickens with their basket, plopping eggs in the sunshine with birds tweeting. I've had friends who've had this procedure done. They balloon up like marshmallows. They're injected. They have stickers on. They have.
It's like going through IVF, and we hear a lot about how stressful that is on the body and on your mind.
What's that got to do with childbirth? I mean, really, some of the worst things I've done in my life have been worked out for the very best in the end.
But what's wrong with giving yourself an option?
It's like asking a mate to hold a place in the queue in case you get there. If you've lived your life and you've got to 35 and you haven't found someone to have kids with yet, it's probably because you're too uptight, too anally retentive about the way you live your life, and you need to be a bit more flexible, take a few risks, live your life big. And I say to young people, don't freeze your eggs, go out there, find the fun, live your life.
Okay. I like her.
Your word.
So she was just reflecting on women and the choices, the options.
Lots of options.
That they have, that they make. And what do you guys think about that? AJ, let's start with you.
I mean, the whole egg freezing thing. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a whatever. I don't know. It's a whatever floats your boat type thing situation for me. Like, I think that's a good option for if you're like a lesbian or something like that. But other than that, I don't really see why you wouldn't go the natural route. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to go. Other than that, it's like she said, if you are like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say 35, but like, you know, you should have found somebody by like 40 something. I don't know.
40 something.
Said you can't. So
Son
Soul X checked in. He said to each his own, not going to fly over here that though. Absolutely. Karma said, come on, AJ, Karma said.
Come on, man.
I heard the first thing she said was women want to control a lot.
Everything.
A lot. Amen.
You hear that a lot.
I don't know if y'all agree with that.
Sound true.
I was gonna let you hit that. I wasn't gonna hit that. You wasn't gonna get me beat up.
Grief. Yeah, no, they can't control everything.
Had me sounding like them dudes on the panel yesterday, bro. Lord have mercy.
It can get a little unique. That's where that emotional intelligence comes in, AJ. If you can articulate it in a fashion where it sounds intelligent and still, you know, it might not be the most easy thing for people to get, but at the same time, they understand that it's your point of view, number one, and you are, you know, thinking about it and putting it out to where the people can understand it and receive it. I get that. When it gets a little insensitive. Now I get that too, because some fellas are passionate about the subject. Some fellas are looking from a certain lens, but you know, to be able to push it out, people are gonna receive it, and you always got to be knowledgeable that people are gonna receive it, and they're gonna receive it their way. So you know how you package it up and put a bow on it and all of that is important. But what did you think about what you heard yesterday?
Me?
Yeah.
For the most part, it was cool. I mean, a couple of them dudes sounded like battered men, like.
Okay.
And then a couple of the dudes were, you know, they seemed like, all right, they seem level headed. They seem like they looked at both sides of the spectrum instead of just looking at one. Like the other guy, like I don't know what was the one dude.
It's all good. We ain't gonna say no names. It's all good.
But it was just
questions though from last night, man. Why do you think brothers have a infatuation with females from other countries?
Just because it's different.
Okay.
It ain't nothing other than that. Just because it's different. They treat you differently. Their culture is a little bit different.
What does different look like, AJ?
So like, all right, so like in the Spanish or like Korean culture or whatever, they are husband first. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what's going on, if you got a guy, he is the center of your whatever, and you take care of the household.
Okay.
Like traditional. Not saying that that's the best way to go or whatever, but
right.
That's what's drilled in their head from birth, with the princess dresses and all of that, like from birth.
Okay.
Whereas though, you know, with our women, we are more power driven. Like because they fought for their rights, we fought for their freedoms. They they want to be heard and all that stuff. So with all that stuff mixed in, it's kind of like, all right, we went from not being heard to now we're overpowered to we gotta find like a little balance. Just like the LGBT alphabet, whatever shit that is, went from not being heard at all to you got entirely too much fucking power. Just find that happy medium somewhere where like you can tone it down just a little bit where everybody can live a happy thing. Because like, I mean, I'm all about the independent woman. I'm all about all of that because I don't want no bum bitch at all. Excuse my language. But at the same time, there's a balance when it comes to a relationship or whatever. And a lot of women don't know what that balance is, because one, they feel like they are better than what they are, or they are, or they just need to humble themselves. Some of them, or some of them is just us. The guys just need to get their shit together and just step their game up. So I'm not gonna put it all on them, but at the same time, as a whole, I feel like we gotta find some type of happy medium, because like, I don't know who I can blame it on per se.
Okay. Do you see my question down there? It says, passport brothers, do they want slaves? A lot of people say brothers are getting their passports and going out of the country because they want slaves. They want somebody to be like their mother, cook for them, clean for them, pick up after them. And what do you think about that statement and that question? Do they want slaves?
I think they get submissive and slave. Like, I think they think that's the same thing, and it's not.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying about the culture. Like the culture with a lot of black women is more so you do a lot of alpha to alpha, so y'all bumping heads.
Okay.
A lot. Not saying all the time, because of course, if you're an alpha male, you can make a woman concede to you. So not like in a physical force type thing, but because of your demeanor, they see that you can lead, and they then concede to you and submit. But a lot of other cultures automatically give you that respect. You get what I'm saying? So it's like from jump, all right, you're who I'm with, so these are the things that I need to do to make sure that I'm whatever. Whereas though, not saying it's the wrong way to go, but Black women makes you go through a lot of obstacles in order to earn those type of things, if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Let's stay right there. If they make you go through obstacles and there's a road less traveled, if there is road A, which has a lot of obstacles, you could get a flat tire, but there's road B where nothing will happen to your car. You'll have a smooth ride. Which road would one logically take?
Right.
And again, for a brother to get pushed back because he's going to find love in a place where he's celebrated for being a man, because women just understand that a husband is important to have, that masculinity should be appreciated. How could we demean those brothers and, try to make it seem like those brothers are not looking out for their own best interests?
I feel like it's an ego thing when it comes to any type of hate or anything when it comes to mixed relationships. Because the thing is like, I feel like people are people, you know what I mean? It don't matter what color, race, whatever, whatever you like is what you like.
Okay.
But because, you're Black, you're supposed to date Black. Just like, but if we was to say that, if we was to flip that and say that to some white dude, and he said that to his daughter, we was like, oh, you're fucking racist. You feel what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But the thing is we put so much pressure on each other to be so pro whatever that it kind of forces people not to even look for the qualities that they're looking for, because maybe the dude that you're looking for, the girl that you're looking for ain't Black. Maybe it's some white nerdy chick that likes all the same shit that you like, or maybe it's some Hispanic chick that likes to cook or whatever, that likes all the shit that you like. It could be whatever, but because you're only looking in your spectrum, you miss out on something. Not saying that there's not a Black woman that can fulfill all of those things, but I'm just saying love is blind, and you shouldn't have to say, oh, because I'm Black, I have to date somebody Black. I'm not saying that I'm out here doing a whole bunch of other different people races either, because I've only really dated Black. Okay. But I've always been open to whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we have an infomercial. An infomercial on what, you may ask? That's a great question. We have an infomercial on the benefits of having this product.
Yes.
There's a product out there that is amazing. Mrs. Harris?
Oh, man. The benefits of having a providing husband?
Okay. That's a good product. A husband is a good product.
Oh, man.
And what do you get when you get a
You get a lot
husband?
of stuff, man.
What do you get with that product?
Oh, man, you get a free or discounted rent for life. Security, 24/7. 24/7 security, ladies. 24/7 security, anyone? A doorman.
Okay.
A handyman.
Handyman.
Bug killer.
Okay, the handyman could be
all
a
the way
bug killer.
from bug killer all the way to lawn care.
Okay. So you get, I get
all
that.
around.
That's a pretty good product. Let me ask you this though.
And if he can't fix it, he gonna find the cheapest, most efficient way to get it done.
Okay. So AJ, there's a product on the market that if you get it, you can have free rent.
Word. Security.
You can have security 24/7 around the clock.
Word. Doorman.
You can have a doorman constantly open the door for you. If somebody knock at the door, they go and answer it.
Yep.
Make sure everything's secure.
Constant chivalry. You
and
cold,
you get a handyman. He kill bugs and he can cut the lawn, all from this one product. But let me ask you this, Mrs. Harris, is that all you get?
That is not all you get.
But wait, there's more.
There is more. There is more. Possibly.
What else do you get?
Being on the purpose, being an inspiration to your husband, no bills anymore.
You don't pay any bills anymore.
Pay no bills.
They pay the they pay the bills.
They pay the bills.
Holy shit. Okay, what else
Husband
you get?
definitely comes with that.
What else you get?
A driver to and from events.
You get a driver.
More security. Security.
You get a driver to and from events, and you get added security.
Even if he's not attending.
Wow.
A driver designated.
Okay. Is that it?
That's not it. It's
You get
more.
more?
It's more. It's
There's
more with
more,
this
AJ.
product. This providing husband.
Keep
So
going.
much more.
What else?
You get a living mechanic. Ooh, if he's handy, a living mechanic.
Take care of the cars.
He gonna take care of them cars. Make sure you don't get got. Because you know they get us.
$700, $800.
Have you ever paid $200 for oil change? I'm just saying. You get an in-house masseuse.
Ooh.
Ladies, a masseuse, someone to rub your feet,
You
rub
get
your
them foot
back,
rubs
rub your hands and your head and your shoulders.
in-house.
In-house masseuse.
Can I get a happy ending with that?
You can possibly get a happy ending. Possibly. But there's more.
There's more.
You get someone to help you put lotion on your back.
Holy
Scratch your back.
Put
Who
lotion
needs
on
help?
your
We
back.
not bears. I'm not relying on no tree. I'd rather
Damn.
a husband scratch
That's-
my back. Could
that's
you help me with
interesting.
this lotion, please?
That's interesting. Okay.
You got someone to call 911 for you.
That's deep.
Help do Heimlich maneuver. Pat you on your back when you're choking.
What does a single person do if they're choking and they need a
You
pat
got to
on the
throw
back?
yourself up against a washing machine or something.
That's interesting.
You better know how to give yourself the Heimlich.
Okay.
It's possible.
Okay. Is that
But
it?
No, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. There's more benefits.
Okay.
Let me tell you, you get a live-in role model.
For who?
For everybody.
Oh,
Everybody. Shit.
I like this.
Goodness, the
This sounds
benefits,
good.
child. You also get a Netflix and chill partner
Whoa.
with optional benefits at the end.
Wait a minute. Happy endings too?
Happy
Oh,
endings.
damn. Okay.
Oh, so much more. So much more. Do you want more? You want more? There's still more.
Still more.
Added.
IXL, you watching?
Oh my goodness.
What
You
else you
get
get?
someone to plan special holidays
Damn. Holidays are
and
good.
make new traditions
That-
if you have none.
Okay.
How about that?
No, that's right.
Ooh,
What else you get?
you get a logical idea evaluator.
Wait a minute. A logical idea evaluator? Wait, so hold on. You can have an idea and then you can bounce it off of them and they can give you a
Bounce.
logical response, not just an emotional one.
Oh, this one was such a great benefit for me. Oh man, because I have so many ideas, but to put the logic into all of that, help see the vision,
Oh, man.
follow it through. Oh man, to have one of those,
Okay.
oh, it's a blessing.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
What
So
else
it's
you
more
get?
benefits.
That's it?
More benefits.
It got to be over.
Oh man, you gain life. You actually can add years to your life
Oh, shit.
by having a good husband.
You can live longer? Damn. I want
Guaranteed.
one. I want one.
Guaranteed.
Is that it?
Especially if you allow them to nourish you.
That's all you get?
No. You get something else.
One more thing.
You get a priest, a prophet, and a leader.
Damn. I'm sold.
That's a lot. That's a lot of benefits that come with a
AJ,
husband.
What you
Providing
think of all
husband,
that stuff
good
you
husband.
get from that product? That sounds like a good product, right?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Take me to the husband store.
AJ don't sound impressed.
Nah, you listen, man. You done seen the have you saw the video with the preacher lady? She did exactly that at the husband store.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, you go to level 1,
Yeah.
you get this, that, and the third. She was like, all right, but if you go to level 2, you get this, that. All right, well, I'm going to level 2.
Let's
No.
keep
We
going
gotta
up.
go more. Gotta be more. It's
Yeah,
more.
it gotta be more. You go to level 2. This guy he cooks, he cleans, and
Mhm.
and he's handsome.
It's the best store
And
ever.
oh, but if you go to level 3,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotta see what level 3 is, because if he's better than that. Right. Oh, he cooks, he cleans, he's good in bed, and he has a good job.
Can't get better than that.
Holy
shit! Wait a minute.
What? It can't get better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And then sure enough, goes to the top floor. You are number 6 billion, whatever. It just shows that y'all can't please a woman. You always gonna want something else.
There are no men on this floor. Please exit the building.
Yes,
and exactly. You can't go back down.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. But it sounds like a good product. Just to
Absolutely.
give sell just a little bit of information, because like he said
and the
earlier,
ladies, what the benefits are.
He's very young, AJ. He is how old?
27.
27
Same age
years
as us.
old. And he does not see, like he said, he sees marriage as a contractual obligation to me. I don't know if I'll ever get married. I'm 27. It's hard out here.
Yes.
And you know why we did what we did is because why is it so hard for a product that offers so many features and benefits?
I'm not sure if the other party.
And the young man said it's hard out here to sell all of that.
Right.
That you just said.
I buy it.
I'd buy it. I'm a boy. I'd buy it. Pause.
Big pause.
Shoot, all of them benefits. I'm trying to give something. What you need me to give? What you need from me? For all of them, but that's a lot of benefits.
Here's the thing.
And the one thing y'all don't want is money?
That's a great question, because I was getting ready to say that is a great question. We do want something for all of those things. We want something for you to be nice.
Yeah, man. Just to be a teammate. That's all we want.
Easy to get along with.
Yes, and that means cooperation.
I tried to
it's gonna
use
be
different
challenged.
words. I didn't want to offend anyone.
Don't want to
you say
anyone.
cooperative, and they might think it's like a child.
It's a person that's easy to get along.
Yeah, very easy to get along. And you know, it's funny that the person that was so offended thought that it alluded to a child when you say cooperative. Because it's funny, in kindergarten, you get on your report card, gets along with others.
Yeah.
Right. That's
because cooperation is absolutely something that we are taught from very young.
Right.
But see, here's the thing. When you hear all of those things Mrs. Harris said, I know you say a man gets a wife.
Right.
Does a wife have any features and benefits when you acquire her?
Oh, yes.
My answer would be yes.
There's some benefits.
You do. You get a lot of things.
Got a product.
With this product. I'm gonna go through just some. And you get a chef 24/7 live-in. You get a secretary, an interior decorator, and a curator, all right there next to you. You get a home and
curator,
a health
you say
care
curator?
aid. Yeah, curation is something. If you don't know what it means, look it up. You get a home and a health care aid, a masseuse, a nutritionist, and a florist.
Oh, okay. All of that
right there
in one
with
person?
you. All type of flowers in the house, plants. You wouldn't believe it. You get a human mirror.
Human mirror.
How about that?
Your wife is a human mirror?
A human mirror. You get to look at it. It's absolutely a reflection of you. Reflects you. You see yourself in it.
Right. So at times how you behave, you showing me how to behave to a degree, right?
Isn't that funny how that works?
Loud mouth and argumentative. Okay.
You get a built-in GPS. AJ, they're going to tell you exactly where to turn, where to park.
Sit there. Put that over there.
How fast you should be going.
That don't go there.
All of that. You have a built-in GPS right there next to you. You have a lawyer. You got your own personal lawyer, not no legal aid with 50 cases. with a body count that's crazy. You get your own personal lawyer that looks out for your best interests, asks all the pertinent questions, does all of the research, leaves no stone unturned.
That's what you get?
You get that.
Sounds beneficial.
I think so. I'm not finished. There's more. You get more.
There is more.
You get more. You get a live-in lady of the evening.
Ooh. Surprise.
She do something strange for some change.
You got $1?
You'd be surprised.
Baby, you got $1?
You get inspiration in the human form.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Covering.
Covering.
You get inspiration. If you are inspired to do good things, you'll do good things.
Yes.
If you are inspired to do fuckery, you'll do fuckery.
Ladies, you can inspire him to do good things, and you can inspire him to do fuckery. Benefits
Absolutely.
of a loving wife.
You get a therapist and a counselor.
Okay.
You get both of those.
Come on, baby, vent.
You get a teacher and a librarian.
Absolutely. Bringing knowledge. Got to teach these kids.
You get a Netflix and chill partner, somebody to put that lotion on your back and scratch it. You get somebody, AJ, that can explain every Disney and Lifetime plot that come on to you right there.
Okay, come through. Let me tell you what happened with this now, okay? Because we got it.
Right there.
Yep.
You get a motivational coach.
Yes, come on, babe. Biggest cheerleader.
I'm not finished. You get more.
There's more?
You get more.
Wives are beneficial too. There is more.
You get a call 911 person that could pat you on your back if you're choking.
Okay.
You get a holiday companion. You could take those pictures with those matching pajamas and put on those outfits to go trick or treating.
So cute.
And you get an idea evaluator.
Oh, we get to evaluate your ideas.
You get to give them your ideas, aspirations, dreams, and you bounce it off them.
Right. We might see something you ain't see. Just
and they might help.
A little creative.
And you get a longer life.
Longer life.
A married person lives longer than a single person.
That is true.
These are just some of the benefits and features that come with a significant other, a wife or a husband. Not to say everybody's going to get one, because it's not for everyone.
Right. Yeah.
But if you're on the fence, is this people that we're speaking to?
It's a lot of duty and responsibility.
We're just giving you a little information to better make your decision. If you are willing to coexist, to give yourself to somebody else, they may deserve or not.
Right.
But again, we just throw it out there. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, we apologize.
Yeah, vet properly, because there's absolutely some benefits to a good man and a good woman.
What do you think about those things that we just said?
I'm gonna get me one eventually.
There you go.
Get two if you need.
Ooh.
Oh no.
He said, I got to graduate.
He said,
let me graduate.
Listen here, man. One is enough. If we invite other people into the party for some fun, cool. But other than that,
Okay. I hear that shit.
One is enough.
I heard him. Y'all heard him. One woman man.
I watched the TV show. It was called 8 is Enough.
Yeah.
Hey.
He had 8 kids though.
Oh, wow.
It was a lot of them.
That's too much. That's a lot of kids.
It was a lot of kids. But no, we had tonight. This was real dope. Just a dope conversation, just to chop it up. AJ, how was your week, man? How was the football game? I see y'all went up against your old team, huh?
Yeah, man. My son playing rec ball, man. I went against my old rec team. Like we had like 3-4 generations of that on that team, and now my son plays for a different team. Yeah, they beat us real bad, but it's all right. My son got some. No, my son is getting they a lot. We got a lot of first years, so like they getting their first licks in, they getting used to the pop and the sting and all that. So
yes,
it's cool. It's nice. It's a nice little thing to watch.
No doubt.
I gotta remember that they kids.
Yes, proud
man. I
dad.
see the
We
pictures.
proud of you, man.
You're a proud dad out there, man.
Yeah, man.
We see the pictures, and it takes a lot to watch your child out there in that competitive nature and try to be objective for the team, but still, give them the lessons that they need in order to get through the game and being a team player. And so it's a lot of dynamics to being, you know, a dad, coach, and somebody that's just there to help those boys be enriched and understand what it is to sacrifice for a greater good. So, you know,
yeah, man.
Completely.
I mean, I
like it so far.
I look at it like I could be an inspiration to somebody's kid that they don't have at home. You know what I mean? Like, my son loves me. Everybody there loves me. I'm one of the biggest playful coaches you're gonna get. Like, I'm doing drills with you. I'm doing all of that. So, and we playing Fortnite after practice. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right.
Awesome. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to, you know, make a little. If I can make a change in anybody, I'm trying to do that if I can.
And you are.
Absolutely.
B9 said, what a wonderful product. Where do I sign up?
You feel me? I need me one of them wives though. Real talk. To bring it full circle.
And sometimes we got to look at it like that. Sometimes we got to look at it like B9 would say, from the macro. You know what I mean? Sometimes we look from the micro and we see just our wives. We see just what this piece of paper represents, but we don't look at Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like the whole picture. These people are, you know, leaders of our homes. These people are inspirations to us. These people are our brothers and sisters making it every day in America as a Black man or a Black woman. So it's so many different layers that it hits on, that you should admire this person for being a reflection of yourself, for giving you the inspiration to get up and go and fight this horrible ass world another day. You know what I mean? And make it this 2 weeks until I get this paycheck, or make it till this next flip, or make it whatever the case may be. But it's just, I think we look at it from a lens, and this is why, you know, the whole episode tonight was, what's wrong with us, America? Is there something wrong with us? Because other places, they value men. They value commitment. They value, you know, selflessness. And we did at a time. It was a time where a stepdad was an admirable thing. It was a time where a man was an admirable thing. This man might not be the best man, the most upstanding man, but he's doing what he got to do. He's committed to his family. They may not have the most harmonious relationship, but they're making it work. And
From the
nowadays,
outside.
we get in our spaces and we seem like, you know, they didn't live every day in bliss and on vacations and Birkin bags. So who are y'all to say marriage is the shit? Because some marriages, they sleeping in different beds and they get in my DM. And again, we get all of that. Understandable. We know it's true. But do you know if he has permission to be in your DM? Do you know if they prefer to sleep in separate rooms? Did you sit down and speak to them to say, is this dynamic what it appears to be, or is this something different? Mrs. Harry?
I think most of us know more single people than most of us know married people. And if anybody can prove me wrong, let me know. Let me know. I'm just saying.
You want to know why? Why? Well, you want to know about my opinion? My opinion why?
Sure.
So my opinion why it's like that is because marriage is so easy to get out of. Like,
to get out of?
Easy to get out of. So like, all right.
Walk away
from walk away from whatever. Like, all right, so the dynamic has changed. Like, so back in the day, stuff used to happen, whatever. Death do you part was a thing. So y'all would fight, argue, bicker, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, y'all married, y'all figure that shit out, and y'all tough that shit out.
Right.
Not saying be a dummy and get cheated on, beat on, and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Not saying that at all. But nowadays, when people hit hardships or financial hardships, or like God forbid, lose a child or something dramatic that's like gut wrenching. They, like, prime example, COVID happened. right? And it went from, all right, we're going to work 9 to 5, and I see you when I get home, to I'm in your face every day.
Absolutely.
The divorce rate went stupid. Went stupid. Why? Because you got to see this person every day. But why wouldn't you want to see your wife or your husband every day?
Absolutely.
But the thing is you're so used to just seeing them for a little while that it's like, all right, cool. I only got to deal with this for a little while. But now that they in my face all the time, I don't like you like that. You know what I mean? Like, and
No.
because, but back in the day, oh, I really don't like you like that. But all right, but we gonna figure this shit out. Now, whereas though now it's like, I really don't like you like that, so I'm out. And it's just like that.
Okay.
There's no
It sounds really
real
selfish,
fight.
right? Because once you start having children, it's not about me liking him anymore. We have these children to be responsible for.
Right.
So I better learn to like his ass again. You know what I mean? Or I gotta like myself, because what happened in that breakdown? Because we were so in love to get married.
Right.
A breakdown has had to happen, whether it's lack of intimacy, lack of communication. Everybody is on click mode.
Right.
Communication
On autopilot or whatever. You gotta be conscious. We can't keep moving like that. That's a problem. If you were consciously in love, consciously moving in that kindness and that consideration consistently, don't stop. Even when the times get rough. Like you said, everybody just got a quick exit. I'm not happy no more. So I'm going to No, that's not what marriage is.
Listen, man, I'm getting married one time. Shorty, I will sleep on the couch. You feel me? I'm not leaving my house, but I will sleep on the couch. I know I'm the provider of my household, whatever. I get all of that. But when it comes to whenever I get married, you know, I'll put my ego to the side every once in a while to make sure everything is everything. And sometimes I know I'm gonna have to compromise, but like, I'm only getting married once, so you stuck with me, shorty. I ain't signing no divorce papers. I ain't doing none of that. So you might as well. You stuck with me.
So let me ask you
wisely.
Let me ask both of y'all a question, because we were all at a wedding 2 weeks ago. Did you guys hear what the official of the wedding was saying?
Of course, we heard it.
They were
to regurgitate it.
Right,
Word
no,
for word,
of course,
but
not.
absolutely
But
heard it.
Did it leave any questions to what our roles is as husband and wife by the time we walk away from that ceremony?
By the time they turned around and walked out, no. I'm like, why is everybody so confused? What's the debate we've been hearing over the last few years? It was just like,
all right, man.
And the reason why I was able to hear it so good is because I was standing right there. I've never been standing right there in a wedding.
Right.
That was the first time that, right. And I was in my own wedding,
right?
But I was so caught up in the moment. No, I was ready to say my I do's, but to grasp what the official was saying, like to really, no, I was not.
Yes.
No. I was absolutely caught up in the moment, caught up in my wife, caught up in just the day, all of that. But to stand there and hear what that official was saying, I just was like, I had a bird's eye view, and it was like, this is what it is. You do this, you do this. Marriage, if you guys do this, you'll be fine.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that was pretty cut and dry. Marriage is forgetful. Marriage is loving. Marriage is like, wow.
Kindness.
I didn't hear all of that.
And cooperation. With all of that.
But if you do those things, it won't lead to what we talk about every week.
Right.
All
Trauma
of this back and forth,
and
just the forgetting part alone. If your mind is like a goldfish, even if you did something a minute ago, I forgot about it.
Right. I'm not keeping tallies.
It's gone.
Right.
So how do
we make mistakes,
to...
right? Is that it? We gotta hold people to this high.
That's what I'm asking y'all. AJ,
Perfection.
What you think, man?
Perfection.
What you think, Mrs.? What you think, AJ?
I mean,
both was there.
We were. I mean, AJ was sitting right next to each other.
I got to record it.
Right? It was beautiful.
It was real nice, man. I mean, like she said the 4 things you need in a marriage. Sorry, 3 things you need in a marriage. You know, she laid out the roles of each gender, what they was talking about the other day, gender roles.
Right.
But it definitely was a beautiful ceremony. I mean, if you actually grasp what they were saying and you actually believe in what she was saying, and your relationship is on those core values, then definitely shouldn't have any issues. But that's the whole thing. The whole thing is I feel like that team dynamic is not a thing like that anymore. Like, you guys are a perfect team. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not trying to put too much pressure on y'all or whatever, because I mean, I know y'all got your own shit that y'all go through or whatever the case may be. But like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, y'all are a cohesive team. You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna do too much without you knowing what the fuck's going on, and vice versa. Or you're not gonna he's not gonna be somewhere, and you know what I mean? Like, you're right there. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if you're not right there, you somewhere else, but you're 100% there in spirit, or whatever the case may be. Y'all are a team. And a lot of relationships don't have that team aspect. It's more so of what have you done for me lately? What are we? You know what I mean? Like, it really is a tit for tat. It's not like, all right. So, like, my favorite player is LeBron James, right? He's the greatest of. He's my GOAT.
That's his
Whatever.
game.
Y'all can call me. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all can debate me, whatever.
For it.
But that's my GOAT, right? But at the end of the day, individually, he's the greatest player of all time, right? But he's not going to win a championship every year.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? He's going to lose. He's going to take some L's. There's going to be some slumps where he's not going to score double digits. He's going to get hurt, or whatever the case may be. But his team has to be able to hold him up in order for him to succeed.
Right.
And that's in a relationship, that's what it's supposed to be. You're a 2-man team. And then when you have children, then your children become your 6-man, your you know what I mean? Your extra substitute, you know what I mean? So, because they are an extension of you. So then you got more of a team. You know what I mean? It's all about the team. Family, whatever you want to call it, but it's about the team, cohesion of the team. And if the team ain't together, then you can't win. If you don't look good as a unit, then you don't win. But the thing is people don't like that hardship. They don't like to lose. So when they lose, or they start to lose, or they feel like they've been in that slump for too long, they're like, all right, I need a new team.
That's a great analogy.
It's
a great analogy.
Oh, you need to practice better. You need to step your game up.
You feel what I'm saying?
The whole team, like, that's kind of unfair, because it's that. I see you say we're a great team, but we wasn't always on the same page.
Right.
Like, people not willing to work through that and get through those hard times, because it's going to be times of disconnect. It's going to be times where you are growing separately. It's on you to consciously be in that love. I'm always willing to find that back, because it's never truly lost. You know what I mean? It's like
if you truly love somebody, you can't lose that.
I'm gonna do something to get his attention, and it's not gonna be something negative.
Absolutely.
You can be kind, you can be considerate, you can be giving more to make that person want to appreciate you more. And sometimes it takes, people are not willing to do that. So
at all. And I mean, like, that's exactly what I mean. Like, I talk to y'all know me. I'm an old dude, even though I'm only 32. But listen. I talk to a lot of older people and trying to figure out what I'm missing. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out what the little niche is. But the whole thing is, There's a lot of older couples that's been married for 20 something or whatever years. They was like, man, we've fallen in and out of love with each other multiple times. But it's the trying to get them to fall back in love with you is the exciting part. Being in love is cool, it's great, it's amazing. But everybody is constantly changing.
Yes.
So when you constantly when a person is constantly changing, you're not gonna always like the person that you change into. But but when you're married, it's still your responsibility to make that person still fall in love with you, and that person is supposed to be, vice versa. You feel what I'm saying? Like you're still not supposed to lose that core value, no matter how much you may change and what you may like or whatever. If you're in love with this person as your teammate or your team captain or your team leader or whatever, y'all need to be still in that cohesive alignment. You know what I mean? And without that alignment, it don't work out.
Absolutely. Gotta have a game plan.
And sometimes that self-reflection, because looking for that other person to make you fall in love with them, maybe you fell out of love with yourself.
Right.
Self-reflection is important. I think self-reflection is important.
If I'm not really liking myself or appreciating, the person that, like you said, I'm changing into, I'm learning to adjust to that. So of course I'm probably giving you attitude or, walking around with a chip on my shoulder because I'm just not feeling what's happening.
Right.
So I had to fall back in love with myself.
You got a couple of kudos to AJ. Karma said she agreed, and Sun Soul said, well said, AJ. Karma checked in. She said, hope to see y'all Saturday. God willing. Good night, fam. Yeah, we out of here
We
too.
appreciate you being
get
here.
some rest, Karma. Yeah, we be there Saturday. Karma be in the building on Saturday.
Performing.
I'm gonna try to make it.
On our group page as well. But yeah, we'll be in the building.
Baltimore, stand up.
Representing for the homie. Representing for my sister. And Mrs. Harris, you got any final thoughts on tonight? America, what's wrong with us, if anything?
Oh man, it's too much to list. We're easily influenced by the media and music, more so negative stuff. That's what's promoted. Our education system is crap, and we still depend on it as elders for our children. And we got a great product out here, and go back and watch that. We're gonna clip that for y'all. So
are buying into it.
Not a lot of people are buying into the product of having a wife and a husband, and it's a great thing. Don't wait too long. You might have missed out or walked away from an opportunity that was absolutely the best thing for you.
Absolutely, no doubt. Great.
Thank you. What do you think, sir?
AJ, what you got, man? Final thoughts tonight? What's America? What's wrong with us? Anything?
Man, basically what she said, man. Very easily influenced by the media, social media. I feel like everything is trend based instead of reality based. I feel like if more people self-reflected, like we said earlier as well, if more people self-reflected and found out what they really like versus what the world likes, then they'll find more people or find their companion that they actually like. Because, what was it? It was a clip, right? I think it was another clip y'all did a while ago. The guy said, you like guys that go camping and read books. But but you're in the club looking for your guy. How does that make sense?
Right.
You should be out camping, reading books to see somebody else that's out there doing the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like it. But the thing is you doing what everybody else is doing. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's the norm. So instead of just being your own self and your own uniqueness. So I feel like the problem with the world today is that they don't want uniqueness. They want to be like everybody else. There's a lot of sheep instead of leaders in the world. I had to learn that after I hit a slump. So maybe I don't know. I don't think everybody should have to go through a slump to do the self-reflection, but I feel like it's needed for everybody.
Absolutely. Agreed. I mean, it just gives you a bar to work with, and you absolutely want to strive to be a better person every day. And that's a reflection in itself. That you learn something new every day, and if you can learn something new every day, that makes you better.
Right.
Building, putting tools in that toolbox. So that's something that we have the opportunity to do every day. I absolutely think what's wrong with us, priorities are all screwed up. We are bizarro right now. The top is the bottom, the bottom is the top. What's good is bad, what's bad is good. Marriage is bad, being single and just carefree and frolicking, that's what's good. And I think everything else in between, not knowing the meaning of words, not being able to express
being
yourself,
indecisive.
all of these things are celebrated, and being articulate, being driven, being astute, being on time, these things are looked at as weird, as not the normal.
Not normal.
And that's horrible, because we all deserve a certain courtesy. We all need a bar in order to know how to behave as humans. And I think this is why common sense is not common, and it
Words don't have
depends, and
true definition.
everybody's different, and that this is where it all comes from that. And I think if we can just get a little bit more third world in regards to family, in regards to foundation, in regards to legacy and empathy, things of that nature, I think we can admire other countries and other ethnicities when it comes to that. When it comes to passport brothers, I say get y'all asses on a plane immediately. Find somebody that appreciates a man, that loves you because you're you and you deserve it. You can reach a high shelf, you can open a tight jaw, but you also can lead. You can also be emotionally available. You can also be a spiritual guide. You can also be academically inspirational to the people around you, your community, your family, and everything else.
Dudes gotta deserve that though, bro. Just saying. That they can't. It's not just can't just be given to them though. Can't just be for anybody.
With a cap, I think with a cap, AJ. I get what you're
With a
saying.
cap, you get what I'm saying? I'm not.
Deserves.
You ain't gonna give everybody
anything.
the full experience of AJ.
Right.
You ain't give them admission to every ride in the park, but you will give them that one little whack-a-mole. You give them the whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because they humans, they deserve to see that you got that light too. And sometimes you got to show people the light is here. I want to build, and I'm not like everybody else. And but you definitely have it, AJ. We love you to death. We see you Tuesday. We're gonna give you the solo screen so you could tell them where you is and where you be when you be what you be and how you do what you do.
Big Snow is in the building.
Big Snow, what's good?
So yes, empathy
would be so helpful. It would. Great episode.
And they have it.
Much respect.
They have it. They just use it sparingly, and it's designated for people who are worthy.
That's right. AJ, talk to your people.
Softer parts of a man.
Well, you know me. I'm AJ. I got the karaoke DJ. You got me on Mondays and Tuesdays here in Baltimore. Mondays is at Hoodfellas. That's on 7 North Calvert Street. Tuesdays is at Eye Candy. That's on Eastern Avenue in Essex. If you're in the area, come check what's out. R&B vibe, adult vibe. We chilling, we vibing, we singing, we joking, we laughing. And if you got any moving needs, I'm the #1 mover in Baltimore. Come check me out. MBK Moving in Harlem. Google me.
My man.
It's going
always
down.
Always a pleasure.
They strong over there.
Mrs. Harris,
Big strong over there.
Shout out to Karma Coleon. We're gonna be going to check her out on Saturday at the spot. We're gonna be on the page. Anybody in Baltimore, y'all pop in and show out for our girl. She's a good, great lyricist. Y'all go check her out on YouTube as well. Karma Coleon.
Drop a bomb for Karma. Shout out to everybody that checked in. Let's go ahead and run it down. Karma checked in. Thank you, Karma. Sis, Red Lipsticks Vibes, always on the check-in, always supporting. One of the best moderators in the world. I excel. We appreciate you, King. Yeah. Always a pleasure. Yes. Jenny checked in for a second. Hey, Jen. Hope all is well. Skrilla, happy birthday, my guy. Hope you enjoy your birthday, my brother. Miss you. See you soon. And Karma Coley on Saturday. Don't forget, she gonna be in Baltimore. B Nizzle checked in. B Nizzle, thank you for checking in, my brother. We appreciate you. And everybody else that rock with us, man. Y'all know we rock with y'all. We heavy out here. And we will be back next week with another dope topic. If y'all got any suggestions, y'all shoot them at us in the DMs. We on it.
Hit that notification bell because we pop in on the weekend and we don't know what time.
Word up. Hit it. We would
Saturday barbershop, Sunday shame.
We out here.
It's going down.
Out here.
Man, I'm hopping on both of them or one of them. What's happening this week?
Last week, so you know I got fire in my damn mouth.
Fire in the mouth. Let's go.
To get out.
Let's go. But yeah, man, we be back this weekend. Y'all know what it is. We love y'all. Be good to somebody that's not you, because that's when somebody done damn lied to me today, told me Queen Latifah died. I was so mad. Ain't no damn Queen Latifah died, y'all.
They better stop playing on my
man. Shit. Shout out to Queen Latifah.
Queen. Word up.
Word up. Only Queen I know. AJ, you have a good night. Don't hurt nobody. Be good. You too. Don't block me for that last statement.
All right, my God.
Yo, have a good one, man. Everybody stay good, man. We love y'all. Peace.